Hello, interwebs. Have we seen enough of the great Stargate cam? I can't really hear my own self here, so perhaps someone should let me know if it's too loud or too soft or how it sounds. Where are we here? I'm going to clunk around here because I've got everything moved around because some of us have had to do some earning of a living. All right, let me see here. Well, I want to be on Tech Banditry, don't I? And I also think maybe you might want this camera. Hello, camera. So I've had to tear the place apart again because, I had to do voiceover stuff. So microphones removed and everything. It was interesting, though, because it turns out very low volume. Oh, is it too low? Yeah, I wondered about that. Very low volume. Okay, then I think I can fix that. Mic 1, what if we go, is that better? Is that better? A bit on the low side, but is that better? We like that? Audio was fine, way better, better. Grovespaz says it's way better. Beef Viper says it's better. Everybody says it's better. Whoa, your facial hair is great. Wow, that must mean my focus is perfect. Let's check. Oh, it was off. It was off. You weren't even getting the full gloriousness of my terrible, terrible COVID beard. Poor Jane. I just got rid of the mustache, and I've just grown everything back again, haven't I? Phone for me, but I'm always different from everyone else. It seems. Yes, Bertley. That's what happens with this. That's what happens with the phones, I guess. How art you? How art you, Bertley? Now that's peaking though. I feel like it's you know, a bit off. Hype train. Holy moly! Already. I better get on the Discord and start saying hi to people. So this. Okay. That. According to my setup here, it's saying that this should be the optimum level of sound. Now it's a wee bit loud. So I'm going to go, all right, I'm going to go here. That sounds good to me. Jedi Killer, Benoit. Hello, Benoit. Full-time job, paper clips. Let's get some bandits in here. Hello, bandits. Don't switch. For God's sake, don't switch. I spent the whole bloody day sorting this out. Okay, don't switch. Let's see what happens when I go to our little Tech Bandit server. And, hey, Wolf Pup! I can't hear Wolf Pup. All right, hang on, Wolf Pup. I got to obviously change something again. I'm changing again right now. Here I go. Changing my preferences. It's me. It's not you. Let's check. So I've got mic test. It sounds like you've got that. The output device should not be that. The output device should be, I don't know. What is built-in output? Would that do it? Nope, can't hear you. HDMI? How's that? Try talking now. Nope. How about, my gosh, I don't seem to have the choice for that. I would say default. The input device is going to be Blackmagic Design for sure. And the output is going to be, I would have thought Blackmagic as well, but it doesn't seem to want to give me that as an option. It's a bit of a worry. Built-in output? Let's test. I'm checking right now. Oh, I know what the problem is. I forgot to do this. Hang on a second, everybody. This is the perils of having to change things all the time. How's that? Can I hear you now, Wolf Pup? Oh, sort of. I can almost hear you. Oh, I know, because I messed around with it, didn't I? What did I have it on before? Shoot.
Down.
Oh, how's that? Oh, you sound much better now.
Frick. Oh. Hi.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry about Monday. It's this stupid needing to earn a living is a real pain. All right, hang on a second. See if I can do this. I'm going to move that smaller. I don't want to do that. Get rid of that.
It seems like you might be earning quite a bit because so far there's a hype train. There's been lots of bits and
I got to
subs
level 2.
already.
Hype train. I love it. Who's on level 2?
Me.
Hang on a
Benoit
second.
just cheered 200.
Hang on a second. Let me see why I can't get rid of this. I would like to get rid of it. There you go. It's better.
Since it is Game Bandits, if we end up playing a game or like Among Us today, or next time we play Among Us,
Yes.
I was suggesting we could play some hide and seek.
Hide and seek? Is there hide and seek in Among Us?
You can It's like a game. Like, do you know Pokemon at all?
I have heard
Like
of
the
Pokemon. I've got
game?
1,000 Pokemon cards. Well, more than
No,
that.
like the game.
Yes, yeah.
Like,
Wait
not
a second,
the
wait a second. Which
card
game?
game.
Wait.
It's
Which video game?
The card game. Just anyone.
The
You
card game?
know?
The video game?
Oh, no, video game.
The video game. Okay, got it.
So
wait, have you
in the video game,
seen
like for example,
Right.
so it's like so in Pokemon you can put some self-inflicted rules to like
Self-inflicted
make
rules.
it
I like
more
that.
challenging.
Right.
Called a Nuzlocke. So basically, that's the sort of idea
Right.
for Among Us. It's not an actual game mode in the game,
Right.
but you can put the rules on, and it's also fun because you know who the imposter is. So
Noodles, are you
don't
far
have to
away
move all
from
the
the
time.
microphone?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because I'm moving pennies to the other side of the desk.
Ah, of course. That would make a lot of sense. You're moving pennies to the other side. What does that mean? What are you doing
I have
there?
no clue why there's a bunch of old pennies stacked on my desk where I have to attach my monitor and.
But we can't use pennies anymore, anyways, can we?
No, but like old ones you can get money for or
You
something.
can?
I don't know.
How much do you get for a penny now?
Well, like if it's like from 1850 or something.
Oh, I used to have a lot of pennies, but I don't know what happened to them.
Hmm.
All right. Hey, Wolf Pup, do you still have pennies?
I think
You think, but you don't like have a big
No.
barrel of them somewhere like I used to.
I'm pretty sure at my grandma and grandpa's house they have a book filled with pennies from like not when they were first made, but they just have like a book filled with
Right.
pennies,
Like old pennies.
and where they're from and when they are, and they're all sorted like that.
I have that for England somewhere. I have a bunch of things called threepenny pieces. Like 3 penny pieces, I guess. It's a threepenny pieces that I collected because they stopped making those. But apparently coin collecting's for nerds, so I stopped doing that when I was about 12. Wish I'd kept going. I could have made a ton of money.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I'd have a ton of money, I suppose, is the thing. Hello, Harklight. Hello, everybody, by the way. This is Tech Bandits, but Game Bandits, I guess. Specifically video game bandits today. It's a rather last-minute thing because I was in a closet all day. Did I tell you this?
Why were you in a closet?
Well, because like it sounds like I'm in a big open room here, right?
Yeah.
Well, that sucks if you're trying to do narration. You want to be sort of like right up to the microphone and in a kind of like, and it's got to sound like, hello, welcome to the theater, like that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So you do that by going. But they said, well, is there a closet with clothes in it? I was like, yeah. Like Jane has all the winter stuff down here. They said, well, go stand in that closet and record something. And I was like, okay. And guess what?
What?
It sounded great.
Yeah.
Has to be sound dead. Yeah, it's like, I mean, soundproofing is almost impossible because there's an alley behind us. So every so often you hear beep, beep, beep as trucks go by and stuff, or people get drunk and start singing and that kind of stuff. But it's, it's more about it not sounding, the term I heard was roomy, which I thought was kind of neat. If it sounds too roomy, the technicians don't like it. And yes, egg cartons. Do you see the egg cartons? I've got egg cartons all over the wall. That was in a bid to try to dull the sound down a bit, but of course, they still made me go and stand in a closet.
Fun.
So I will say a quick thank you to DStat for being a sponsorship level Patreon. I shall say a huge thank you to Jonathan from the UK. Jonathan, what is it? LHG or something? I can't remember exactly how it goes. But Jonathan for the fantastic CNC, which is winging its way to us right now. In fact, today, the doorbell may ring. You'll hear the of the doorbell, and I'll run upstairs, and I might come back downstairs with a bunch of boxes, which are the big CNC machine, which was
I'm
Jonathan.
almost done moving my pennies.
That's super. That means you'll get closer to the microphone and stop sounding like you're a million miles away.
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Was it like a very big pile of pennies that you decide to just move to the other side?
of the table?
Basically, my dad, I think, was sorting these pennies,
Hmm.
and I think they are in rows, and there might be a more order than just how they're stacked, but I've
Hmm.
completely messed up that order.
They might have missed. Oh, you missed up the order. Don't do that.
I'm moving the
I
pennies.
would murder all of you for doing that. I had
I
like.
mean, you
I
can't
wonder if I've
put
got my stuff
stacks.
somewhere. I actually don't know
I just,
where I've
they
put it.
might, they're in rows, so maybe they're in order, but I don't know.
I used to have stamps too somewhere. What's in here? Oh, those are the stamps. Yeah, I've got stamps and things. But
Ah,
yeah,
so close yet so far.
I've
Just
got
want
lots
to
of.
plug
I
in.
got lots of stamps to organize.
What does it mean on Twitch to be a hype train conductor?
I have no idea. Does anyone know? Can someone tell us what it means to be a hype train conductor?
Oh, I think I know. I think it's you were the last one to donate, and then the hype train started.
Oh, so you're like the influencer who started it all.
Wait,
Yeah,
how do
you're
hype
the,
trains start?
I have no
they
idea.
start when someone gifts a sub, I think.
Hmm.
Or
No, because
it's when
that
someone. It doesn't happen every time. It's a chance
Right.
that when they do it,
Right.
then you start the hype train.
Right. Okay.
And
So.
then there's something where, and then there's a hype train cooldown too.
Oh, there is. And then wait a second. Does that mean
Yeah.
so the person who starts that is the one who's a jerk who stops the hype train?
No, it's if nobody subs or do it, if they don't get to the next level,
Yeah.
then nothing. It ends, and
I see. Right.
and you don't get all the emotes that you normally would. It's
I
because hype trains is you try to give enough money to the person you're watching,
right.
and then you get emotes for that.
Do you do a lot of Twitch stuff, Wolf Pup?
I do not stream, but I watch quite a bit of Twitch.
Ha. And what do you watch on Twitch? What sort of stuff are you watching?
I have lately I have been watching someone play a Minecraft speedrun.
Oh yeah.
They've been speedrunning every day on stream, and
what's
I'm pretty
his streamer?
Pardon?
Dream Illumina, I think his name is.
What's this?
Dream?
I think you're gonna have to get close to that mic. You're breaking up so much.
Never mind.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so just so people know, I probably won't get a chance to say hi to everybody on the stream, and I'm sorry I didn't get to do a chitty chat stream this week. But I have thanked DStat, I have thanked Jonathan, I have thanked Nicholas. Nicholas, thank you. I have thanked all of the Patreons. Hello, Patreons, thank you very much, and of course all the subscribers, because all that helps. And God knows we're gonna need to spend some money on wood coming up, because if this CNC thing shows up, we gotta start doing some cool cutting stuff.
Ooh,
Right?
where's the plugs?
Mick Mallow's like, booze. You're not gonna look at the chat. See, I told you, Mick Mallow. I don't look at the chat. I see nothing.
I look at the chat.
Captain Calvin Cat saying good evening from Germany.
Ooh.
How is Germany doing, Captain Calvin Cat? Wait a sec. Wolf Pup. What? Your dad's here too?
Yeah.
Nice. Creepily. I do that to Baz too. I show up on his streams and then he usually gets really embarrassed and tells me not to say things. Germany's doing just fine. We're waiting for the results. Yeah, everyone's waiting for the results. Was anyone up late last night watching election results?
No, here, I can check right now there.
Yeah, good luck. We checked them like every minute for like hours yesterday. Because we are American as well as Canadian and British, so we voted in the election.
Biden hasn't changed. He's at 248. Trump's
Neither
at
has Donald
14.
Trump.
Yeah, no, I checked like an hour ago and it hasn't changed yet.
Cal's been awake for 41 hours. No, Cal, that's not. That's entirely unnatural. It's wrong in every way. You're gonna break. You'll stop making sense. Well, maybe you'll start making sense. Yeah, 3 a.m. I did the same thing. Idara the Arcane. I was up till 3 a.m. as well. I gotta say, and I should say normally for Game Bandits I would have like a bunch of show notes or something for us to talk about, but because I've had some work and things to do, I've not been able to do that this time. So I just thought I would like open it up and see if there's anything in particular people want to talk about. Are there any things?
I have nothing. Honestly.
Cal's mad at me. Oh my gosh! Whatever you do, don't be nice to Cal. It's a disaster.
Nice to
Don't be nice to Cal. Nobody be nice to Cal.
Don't be nice to Cal.
You're the mean one.
Nobody
Don't
be nice to him.
That does not need to be shared, Cal. Does not need to be shared. All right. So I haven't even talked to Baz about it properly yet, so maybe hold off. Let me see. So I'm working on a thesis, but no pages as of yet. Pac-Mom.
You really have to remember to change the stream title, David.
I'm really bad at that too. Aren't you like a moderator though? Can't you get in there and just change it for me?
No. If you want to make me a moderator, I'm fine with that. But like,
I think
I'm
you
not
can,
a moderator.
though, can't you? Isn't that, can't you do that? Or is that asking for
No.
trouble? You
If you
already
don't-
sound evil.
What?
You already sound evil.
I said no. Like, no, I can't.
Yeah, in
do
an
that
evil way though,
because,
like an evil
like,
villain.
look, if I say hi,
Don't
I
say-
don't have. I
That
only
sounds
have the
creepy.
one
That
subscriber
that
friend.
definitely sounds like trouble for sure.
Okay.
Mods can't do that. They can do that. Yeah, mods. I know mods can do it because Cal keeps changing my titles to things that. Well, not this one.
Cal?
But Cal tends to like to change our titles to things that usually have the word dinosaur in it. Usually the way it works. Okay, so it's like, how do I create a dashboard? That's what I want. Here we go. The new name won't show up
You
for a while
might-
anyways. And sometimes
Oh,
it
this
doesn't
is
even catch.
great. I love it.
But
I
you-
don't know how you can do it, but you might be able to do a thing where you can like make it so certain people can send links and all that in chat, and then
Yeah.
some can't.
Yeah, you know what it's called? Cal.
Oh, I can do that.
Cal and Ruby K.
Cal.
Yeah, and Ruby K. Ruby K.
Here's
The
the
two of
thing.
them.
I got permission to send links. I can only do that. I can't do anything else.
Well, that's probably smart. I don't trust you at all. Game Banditry.
Oh, thank
Time
you,
to
BK, by
overthrow
the way.
David. Who did what?
Ruby K.
Oh my God, Ruby K. You're the worst.
Overthrow
you start.
David.
Yes, she's super
We have
nice.
just to be very very clear here. You know, I don't thank the mods because they're just terrible people.
You're the terrible person.
Thank you very much for changing it before I got a chance to. Captain Calvin Cat says, "What is James Gurney on about?" I'm good in the lab,
Time
spitting
to
down some
overthrow
sciencey
that
stuff.
riot.
Hey, so here's a question. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Now, Noodles and Wolf Pup. James
Yeah.
Gurney is doing very kindly has offered to do a Dungeons and Dragons game for us, an
Sure.
online version. So we would go online. We would use this thing called Roll20, which is like a website
Okay.
that you can use. And
Got it.
I gotta say, he's kind of like the best dungeon master I've ever seen, and I've seen all of maybe one D&D dungeon
Okay,
master.
so we could play with 3 people though, right?
Well, I think Baz is going to play with us, so that would be 4 right
Okay.
away, right? James, is there a certain number? We don't want too many people, right? Because it'll just slow things down immensely, right?
I think 4 is a good number. Like 3 or 4, I think is a good number to play Dungeons and Dragons with.
I've never
Wraith
played
bait.
Dungeons or Dragons.
Neither
or
have
ever
I.
Really
Oh, no,
thought
that's the
about
point.
playing
Like,
it.
so I think James was suggesting that he could do less than 7. I don't have the patience to listen to 7 people talking. Recommended
Less
party size
than.
usually 4. So okay, so that would be me, Noodles, Wolf Pup, and Baz. That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then Cal, do you want to play as well? Cal was talking about playing as well. I don't want to. So maybe like 4 or 5. So we'll leave it at like we don't have too many people. And I thought we could stream it because then if people haven't
that's
done
fine.
Dungeons and Dragons before, they could learn.
I can learn because I don't know how to play.
Ooh, apparently Howard Wolowitz on The Big Bang Theory is a good dungeon master. Really interesting.
Oh.
5 is very workable, says James Gurney.
You know,
James, you're a prince
So-
among men.
I sort of wonder what James sounds like.
So we
It'd be cool to
thought,
talk to James.
oh, you wait. He even does voices and stuff. Like he
What?
talks like this, and then like he's got voices and stuff. He does more
Ooh.
voices than I do, and I'm supposed to be an actor. Supposed to be,
My
allegedly.
Cal says not okay. No, Cal, you should play with us.
No, Cal, we're not asking you. We're telling you.
Oh,
Cal's got to
that's
be there.
mean.
She's
Yeah.
and she's got to be somebody who I can beat up or save or murder during the thing, of course. I think James, if you're okay with
What
it,
if I murder you first?
I think. Oh god, that's true. What am I doing? Who am I playing with? Of course, I'm gonna have like knives sticking out of my back the entire time. I think Cal definitely needs to play D&D because she's got to obviously get some of this like pent up aggression out. James, you were suggesting
just
that you
stab
create
David in the
characters.
back a few times.
You were suggesting that we create that you create characters for us that we could then pick and choose from, but you would make mine the best and most powerful and smartest. I might have added the last part.
You mean wolf pups should be the best.
It's true. I'm going to have arrows in my behind. That's great. Yeah, don't give Cal. I have been enslaved like a robot. Beep boop. Thank you, Cal. I knew she'd come around to our robotic.
It's really fun to make your own character, though.
Hey, you know what else? Remember Oscar?
Yeah.
Remember Tech Bandits from Oscar?
Oh, yeah, of course.
He hasn't been here for a while. But guess what? I found on my porch the other day. Check this. Get off the cable. Get off me. Look at this guy.
I'm waiting until the stream catches up.
Oh, it'll take a while, yeah. But this guy is. I mean, I've taken his arms off to figure out what's wrong. But,
Oh, I see that in the background.
but look at this. Like this is.
What does it do?
Say my name. Mechanoid.
Mechanoid.
Oh,
It's like having your own R2D2. Not R2D2. C3PO.
Right arm. Servo. Disconnected.
Yeah, see, there's a servo issue.
Fix.
I've replaced the servo like 3 times. Isn't that wild?
Thank you.
And it's
Right
got.
arm. Servo.
It's also got. Oops. Shoot.
Awesome.
It's also got like wheels on the bottom, so he can roll around as well.
Right
Cool.
arm.
Isn't
Or
that
you
wild?
can,
Disconnected.
or you can make him go on a track.
Ow. Or you can make him go to exactly. So he could go wandering around on his own if he wants to. So I have to say thank you to Oscar for that. Apparently Oscar wasn't using it, and he said they were going to get rid of it, and he said, "Well, no, don't get rid of it. Give it to the bandits."
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go. So I guess we can each have an arm or a leg or something if we split it up. Yes, Meccano has changed incredibly, Kanala. And notice
I've
that I
never
said
played D&D before, but I know like the basics is like, the dungeon master has like a dungeon or something they've created, and you have to like
An
solve
adventure.
the puzzle, and you make decisions, and based off your rules, that depends how well the decisions work.
it's basically he creates a scenario for us to go an adventure, and then we can then respond to his whatever he throws at us with by suggesting what we want to do, and then we roll the dice to see if things work or not.
Yeah, and like you can sort of do anything, which I find sort of cool. So you could be like, stab David in the back, see how well that works.
This is what I'm worried about. So yes,
I mean,
you
what? No, I never
you
do
could
that.
do that, but we save that for Among Us, don't we? Isn't that generally the way we do that?
Yeah, sorry.
Cal, you haven't slept in 42 hours. You're not even making sense. I'm trying to
Cal
think
makes
of a
perfect
kid-friendly
sense. You're the
D&D
one that doesn't make
podcast.
sense.
Well,
Nonsensical.
Kanala, I mean, a lot of the D&D podcasts have a bit of swearing in it, but you know what? I've even sworn once by accident.
Oh yeah, you did.
It's true. Are you traumatized now?
No.
It's a word you've never heard before, I'm sure.
It's called middle school exists, and my parents exist, and I've watched like movies with swearing before.
You've watched movies
Like,
with swearing.
Like I watched Ghostbusters. It has swearing in
Was
it.
there much swearing in that?
Yeah, there is actually.
Which one was it? The old
Not a lot,
Ghostbusters?
but there is.
The old one or the new one?
Old one.
The
The
old one.
original one. First
The original. Like, as I would say, the
One
only
with
one.
Marshmallow Man.
Yeah. That was a good one. I like that. I used to play the video game of that. There was a video game of that years and years ago on the Commodore, which I just loved. Hey, D-Stat's here. Everyone just said, everyone's like, where's D-Stat? We haven't seen D-Stat for ages. Why do you keep thanking him? I don't see him. So yeah, it has been a long time, D-Stat. He came in for swearing.
Lover, the game today is probably going to be D&D, maybe? I don't know.
What was that?
I was just saying the game we're playing today is probably going to be D&D.
Well, no, D&D would be Friday, if you guys.
Oh, Friday. Okay.
Does Friday work for you?
That's a good question.
So I was thinking like we do like a Friday night stream because then you have to worry about homework, you have to worry about that kind of stuff. We could just do like start at a like I don't know 5 or 6 or something like that, and then just
Maybe.
they take a while, right, James? I mean, the games can take like a couple of hours at least, right?
Most
Ah, Jeff
likely,
Fury. Is it Jeff Fury or Jeff Furry? I like Jeff Furry better. I remember
No.
the C4,
I'm
C64.
pretty sure I'm free, but I don't know. Ooh.
Well, yeah, just double check and check back in with me. Make sure that that you're into it. I don't think Baz is allowed to play video games on Fridays, so I think he will be allowed to play Dungeons and Dragons, which doesn't seem like much of a punishment to me, does it? I feel like as a parent, I may have let down the punishment side of things. It's not really punishment. It's just that we had an agreement that if he was going to get a certain mark on a test, and I couldn't persuade him to do that extra 20 half an hour worth of work, and he would not do it. I was like, that's all you need. The difference between like a 60 and an 80 is like maybe half an hour on these tests. So, hey Big Ham, hey Big Ham, Canadian Geek says, hey Big Ham, Tech Banditry. How are you, Canadian Geek? It's nice to know I'm not the only Canadian geek. Swearing. Apparently, Mr. Clean Tracy says that swearing is like farting. It's not going to kill you. It's just rude. But a lot of fun to use to get a reaction out of people. There you go. Okay. Oh my gosh, election stuff. I don't know. Do we want to get into election stuff? I'll tell you something that was really neat. I got to show you one
I
thing.
can keep people updated, but we have to be very non-sidal on anything, even if I
Non-sidal?
have certain political
You mean
opinions.
non-partisan?
Yep.
Yeah, it was. Well, one of the things that Jane said she thought was kind of cool was there was I mean, people, and again, people may not like the New York Times, but there's the New York Times has a really cool interactive way of looking at the different states and how they voted and how they're going to vote and what would happen if they voted this way or that way. It was just kind of a neat. I don't know if I could find the link to it. Jane was playing with it. New York Times. It was New York Times election stuff. And I know this doesn't sound particularly interesting to you right now, but what's neat about it is you can actually sort of like, you could sort of pretend, let's say he won, let's say Biden won this state. What would happen and where would that put people and stuff?
Looks like Trump's won a lot.
Yeah, I think he won a lot more than they were saying the polls had said.
The crazy thing about that is, like, Biden's still in front of Trump currently, but Trump's won, like, more states.
That means Biden has more elective votes, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
The Electoral College?
Yeah. Wait, David.
Hmm.
I have actually, no, he's won a lot of small ones, Biden. There's, like, a lot of, like, yeah.
There's a lot of red on the map. I'd have to say that. I was a lot more red than I was expecting, to be honest, because as I say, the polls seem to indicate that Biden was gonna do much better than he's doing right now.
Yes.
But again, what's so funny is that's exactly what happened last time, isn't it?
I was wondering, you have an American citizenship. What state do you vote in? Like,
so you vote in the last state you lived in, which was California for me.
Okay.
So I voted
That's
in California and voted on a whole bunch of the various different propositions that they have as well. So it was it's kind of an interesting thing.
So California is CA? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool,
which went,
cool.
I know went Democrat. And it usually does. California is usually pretty Democratic. Like there's a lot of they talk about like the blue wall. They have all these cool terms for things. Like the blue wall is like this section of America that usually votes Democrat.
Alaska only has 3 electoral votes.
What was that?
Alaska has 3.
Right. So they all have different. It's an odd system, isn't it? It's like different states have a different number.
I don't think it's a good system. Maybe that's just me.
What do you think would be better? Do you think?
Majority vote, like Hillary Clinton technically like got more votes than Trump, but he still won because of the system.
Right. So the way that the votes get divided up helps people who what? I mean, for some reason, I guess it's being divided up in a certain way. Some people, I guess, would say that the Republicans are very good at organizing the election process in such a way that benefits them. Although I'm sure the
but I
Republicans would say
mean
the
that just
opposite.
feels like not no. I don't know. I just feel like I don't like that system
It
because
feels
it just
weird though.
doesn't make sense to me. Like we have sort of that in Canada, except as in entire states we have much smaller areas, right?
We have different ridings.
We have different ridings, and
Hmm.
those are much smaller too. So I think that's okay because, like, I just think judging an entire state and giving the person all those like votes
Hmm.
is like a lot.
Well, what
And
about?
like,
I mean, why don't you think they do one person, one vote?
I don't know. It's
I mean, couldn't we all
like,
just send in an email or something?
oh, that's oh, actually, you can look, and there's like areas in like the states, and you
Hmm.
can see like what voted what.
Right.
Like Flynn vote was blue in Michigan. I think that is Michigan. Yeah, but Joe Biden's leading. What? How's that work?
So
Okay.
right now it looks like Biden has 237 seats.
I see. I have 248 on mine.
Oh, really? Oh, see, this is
Yeah.
so weird. Like, so that's the other thing I've just noticed about this is like there's just so much noise. Like, what, depending on where you look, is where you see the votes. So this says 237 for
Just look.
Biden and
I would
214 for
go
Donald Trump.
just go 2020 U.S. election results, and it's live to
But who's
our
who's who's
time.
broadcasting it? Because that's the other thing, right? Is it depending on who's broadcasting it, you're going to get different coverage, right?
Yeah, but this is also the thing I've seen sort of universally here.
We went
I've
with
seen
CBC. Sorry, what was that, Wolf Pup?
like it's the top thing on Google when you search it up.
Mm.
So
Yeah, but that just
1%
means
of
they've spent
people
more.
has voted for Joe Jorgensen.
Joe Jorgensen. For
I
what?
think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
who's that?
Where are they from?
They're in the Libertarian.
Ah, that's
That's
interesting though, isn't it? Funny how we have these two big parties, but the reality is they're not the only ones, right? There's other parties out there. There's a Green Party. There's Libertarians. There's what else are there? What is some other? There's also sometimes they have those goofy ones like the Banana Party or the, you know,
Wait, so there are other parties in US?
yeah, but they usually don't get enough votes to register, right? They don't usually
Yeah,
show up
I'm
in.
looking at all of the people.
They
There
need
are
more.
others. They're independent. They're independent American. I think that's just like just an American citizen just decides, yes,
They want to run.
I'm now going. You're allowed to vote for me now.
But I
Yeah.
think there's a requirement of a certain amount of money or a certain amount of votes or something. Like you have to hit certain sort of like levels of support before they'll let you actually do it. Okay, so Wolf Pup's dad says 248 for Biden, 214 for Trump, according to Google. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's really funny. U.S. also has a write-in. That's right. So you could actually write someone. I write myself in all the time. No, I don't really, because that would be a waste. I think it's a waste of votes because if you have to write it in the last minute, it seems unlikely. But I guess it's a way of people sort of making a different kind of a statement on their voting. So.
You know the thing is, I just feel like the U.S. needs more parties.
Well, wouldn't you say Canada does too? Because Canada's only got 3, really.
Yeah.
I guess the Green Party's,
No,
I guess,
Canada's got 4 main parties:
more. Who are they?
Green, NDP, Conservatives, Liberals.
Right.
Like the Green Party isn't as big, but every year it's definitely there, and like there's more but I just feel like having 2 parties isn't a good thing.
Yeah, having only 2 big parties definitely seems to reduce things, doesn't it? I mean, reduce your
And also, it really divides people.
options.
I
Plus,
don't really know if it was a party, but Bloc Québécois, I think is how you say it.
Bloc Québécois. Yeah, the Québécois.
Bloc Québécois, yeah.
Bloc Québécois. What about them? Don't they want to leave
That's
Canada?
another major party in
Like,
Quebec.
was he a party or was he just like?
That's
Oh
a
no, the
party.
Bloc Québécois is quite a big. I mean, it's obviously a bigger party in Quebec, and it's. I think I believe they're hoping for. They want like Quebec to secede, like to sort of separate from Canada, right?
I don't get that, but
Well, Well, because they've got their own sort of culture and beliefs, and they've got a very large province, and they don't like being told what to do by the by the Anglophones. I think that's a big part of it. In fact, for a while there was actually like bombings and violence in Quebec over this stuff. Not because of the Bloc Québécois that I'm aware of, but there's I think it was called the FLQ or the PLQ. One of these groups. In fact, it was one of the sort of one of the hot zones in North America for bombings. You think of things like 9/11 or Oklahoma, that kind of stuff, but apparently Montreal was really big because there was a huge amount of political related bombings in relation to this whole idea of like maybe Quebec leaving. It was the FLQ. Yeah, thank you, Hasty Buddha. Politics, oh my God, so confused. Yeah, I mean, politics is really confusing. And I got to say, I used to find it really boring, and I still find a lot of it boring. But the fact of the matter is, it's kind of important, though, right?
Yeah.
I think it's really important. It's because what if one person wanted to just make it like he just wanted to use money for like himself and all that, but then everybody wants someone who's going to do something. Then that's what election is for, to pick what you want to happen.
I feel like the system's so flawed, though.
Well, what do they
Yeah.
say? The democratic process is a terrible, terrible way of governing, but it's better than all the other ones. And again, people would argue with that. I mean, the idea that every single person should have a vote seems like a very fair way of pursuing it, right? But it feels like there's all these obstacles have come up. It's got more and more complicated. When the reality is, if everyone could just vote, if everyone could just get a vote and they count the votes and go that way, I mean, do you think that would work? I mean, what are the problems you could see with doing it that way?
I just put James Gurney in charge. They'll sort it out.
It's true. It's true. Put James in charge. Absolutely. We'd be playing Dungeons and Dragons every night. And biotech for all of our friends. Yeah, there you go. So Brexit, another thing that's an interesting, that was a country that decided to leave the European Union during a time when it seems like a union of powerful countries was needed, given the rise of Russia and China, and being able to have like big trade partners all together in the and stuff seemed like a good way of going. But at the same time, I feel like America is having the same problem, where I feel like all of these different states have such completely different opinions on things, right? Money.
All this stuff is hard to talk about without having opinions, isn't it?
Well, I think
It is.
you're allowed opinions. I think what you want to avoid is, I guess, what, dogma? So just saying stuff like, I guess if you just say like, Trump's a jerk, that's not really a political discussion, right?
Yeah.
And you have to understand that if you're going to get into those chats, there are people who are going to disagree with you. And also nowadays, it seems people can get quite angry about it. I had a guy today, actually. I posted a tweet last night. I was watching. I think I got the channels mixed up. I tend to do that. But I think it was PBS we were watching, and there were a couple of guests that they had talking about the election and their perspective on it. And one of them was a woman who ran an organization that basically looks into women and the black vote, for want of a better word, and how and basically sort of a news source for this stuff, for this information. So I said, look, I really enjoyed her perspective on stuff. So I tweeted that I really liked what she'd sort of enlightened us with, and how much I liked the PBS coverage. Well, someone took that as they thought, for some reason they felt that meant I was a communist, and that I should go back to Canada, and that they hoped I never worked again. So, you know what I mean? So people get...
Interesting.
Isn't that wild? Like, people get very... And the only time I get those responses, other than from my sister, Kate, who's also on Twitter, is when I talk about anything that could be politicized. And I'm amazed at how many things can be politicized now that just weren't before, right? Yes, and welcome home,
Yeah.
comrade, says Beef Viper. Comrade,
Ugh.
we got to get Mark the
Yeah.
Shark. You know, I was working on a Mark the Shark Photoshop. Did I tell you that? I'll have to
Oh.
share that sometime. Aren't all of us who are a bit cautious about the capitalist cause called communist? Yeah, basically, it feels like you sort of. It does feel a bit like people tend to jump immediately to the extremes on these things. Now, do you talk about this stuff in school at all? Like Noodles, is the election something that you will talk about in your Canadian school?
We've talked about it a bit. We all have the same mutual opinion on which candidate we prefer, so that's a good thing for us to, when we're talking about it, it's easier to not get super offended. It's
Sorry,
no
it's
big
easy to not get
fights.
offended because sorry, Jane just texted me. I think she's just texted me the link that I need. Um,
I mean, I'm saying that like not having like having a different political opinions than other people is good, but I'm just saying in a classroom, the fact that everyone sort of agreed was also sort of good because that can easily turn into yelling and screaming and
right.
all that. So
All right, this is the link for. I'm putting it in the Twitter chat. Did I? I think I did.
Twitter chat.
Twitter, the Twitch chat. What's going on? Oh my God. Okay, that's Jane has sent that to me. Thank you, Jane. Because it's this really fun map that's kind of. I mean, forget the election side of it. Just what you can do with data now, like what they allow you to, the tools that are available to play, because it's all just numbers, right? It's all like, what if let's say Biden gets this number of votes and Trump gets this number of votes. Where do those votes need to be to make sure that he gets the 270 seats that he needs to become the next president? That kind of stuff, right? It's an interesting thought. Are you talking about the leaders in school or the candidates in your area? There's a question for you. What about you, Wolf Pup? Are you getting some political talk at school? Some Are you doing American politics or Canadian politics at school?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Really?
I'm at homeschool. That might be one of the reasons.
And so and your folks don't that the politics hasn't come up yet?
I think we're mainly focused on language and math.
Right. That's
and
good.
sometimes we throw in some art and all that,
Right.
but mostly we stick to language and art.
Ha.
this
Jane
does
won't let me do
seem
homeschooling.
this does seem to be interesting because I'm looking at it. It says right now Biden has 27 ways to win and Trump has 4.
I'm curious to know. Am I allowed to share this? I don't even know if I'm allowed to do this, but I guess the link's in there so people can look at it.
That's interesting.
But I think if
Yeah,
it's the thing that Jane was talking about, you should be able to like sort of drag and try different ways of looking at the data.
Yeah.
I think I've already got.
Oh, this is also complicated.
Well, it's
The
as
thing
complicated
is,
as you want it to be.
I don't want to I'm trying to I have opinions. I want to be sort of neutral just because I don't want there to be any big fighting.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want it to be small fighting. Limit.
Let's just say I'm happy with how things are going right now. That's
Right. It's funny because the speed, people talk about the speed. Cal is saying that the New York Times site doesn't update as fast as Google's. It's possible that that Google may not be held responsible if they get it wrong, whereas I think New York Times is, or they I know that the CBC was way behind, but they were adamant that they were not going to call any of the states unless they knew it had been confirmed and they double checked and all that kind of stuff. I see. Lilithan says
it's cool. My favorite thing is to look at this path. So basically, it's if Biden wins Pennsylvania, he's gonna win.
Isn't that neat? So
But
Jane was
if
playing with that for
Trump
hours
wins
yesterday.
Pennsylvania, then Biden would have to win Georgia and North Carolina.
Right.
But if Trump won Georgia, Biden would have to win North Carolina and Arizona. He would win. If Biden wins Georgia, but Trump wins North Carolina, Biden could wear Arizona and win. There's actually a path where the candidates tie.
I know. Well, how weird would that be? Could you imagine that? I mean, look, this is closer than it usually is. You know what I mean?
What
So,
would happen if they tied? Would it?
yeah, what does happen if they
Uh,
tie?
I wonder if they just go to majority vote.
But then wouldn't that be? Oh, well, wait a sec. Yeah, maybe that's what. Well, that's curious. Does anyone know? Wait a sec. The House of Representatives chooses the president if they get a tie.
What?
No.
What's the House of Representatives? Man.
I think it goes to the House. Congress?
Once
No. James says that
Pennsylvania-
Congress chooses, and James, it turns out, is right about everything. Each state delegation gets 1 point. Interesting.
Just because I do know that the Senate is pretty stacked
Jonathan
for the
MLH,
Republicans.
who is our fabulous CNC provider, says if they tie, there's a Wild West shootout.
I know
Wait.
because I
Crooker
do
says
know
Australia.
that the Supreme Court or whatever is pretty stacked for Republicans right now.
I'll tell you, we love
I
Australia,
certainly
Crooker.
hope
So
that what Jonathan said that isn't true. They get a tie and it's just a full out just shootout. I'm pretty.
I think he was joking.
I know. I think I know who'd win that.
pretty
though.
sure.
So the House chooses the president, and the Senate chooses the vice president. Really? Well, there's a
Okay.
lot of Australians here. What's on the shirt? This is what is this?
That's from
My Hero Academia, I believe. Some
My
bad
Hero
guys from
Academia.
some of the bad folks from My Hero Academia, which is an anime
Uh,
that Baz loves, or used to love. He's probably
I'll be
changed.
right back.
He's probably
after-
changed his love of it now. You coming back?
I'll be right back. Yeah.
Hello from France, or you should really say bonjour from France. Now, did you do now, Wolf Pup? Are you doing French?
Yes.
So you're learning French as well. I guess that's. Are there like So if you're doing homeschooling, are there like things that you have to cover? Is there like a list of like requirements that your parents have to go through, or whoever's walking you through this stuff has to do?
I don't think there's, but I know that there are certain subjects that we need to get done, and then some things that we don't need to get done.
And what's your favorite subject? Or you don't have?
So
one?
far, my favorite subject has been art.
Oh, really? What kind of art? What stuff? What's your favorite type of art? What are you doing the most of?
I have actually been liking to use GIMP right
Oh, yeah,
now.
yeah.
I sent a picture that I made in the Tech Bandits live thing.
Oh, is that
Oh, I
the
saw
of the?
that. And hi, I'm back.
It's a huzzah dog.
That's a Shiba Inu with
Shiba Inu.
devil horns.
I love it. And that's
I
done
did
with
that.
GIMP.
I did that. It's because I made a new Scratch account and I had devil in it.
Right.
I forget the name, but there was devil in the name.
Shiba Inu.
Ugh.
They are
I
so
think
cute.
it
Apparently.
was.
This feels so slow. I just. How
It looks
long
like
does
a
it take them
huzzah.
to count votes?
It looks like a sort of shorter, squatter huzzah.
If you look up Shiba Inu, it doesn't really. Actually,
It's got the right tail.
Shiba Inu.
Oh, Google Noodles is on it.
You know what? These sort of.
Oh, come on, that
maybe.
looks
I feel
exactly like that's
huzzah.
got. That's totally huzzah.
Not exactly, but sort of. Like maybe
That is totally. That's like a fluffier version.
maybe Huzzah is a Shiba Inu something else.
Yeah,
mixed.
there might be a mix in there, or maybe it's husky. I guess because this has a husky quality to it.
Yeah.
Huzzah's nowhere near as cute as this. Huzzah's just an absolute jerk.
You should play test Huzzah.
I love her. I love her to bits, but she is so demanding. It's like this morning she was rolling around on our heads.
Oh.
Like in the bed. She came up onto the pillow and then started just rolling around going and just like rolling on our heads. Yeah.
I would love to have a dog to snuggle with.
You can have ours.
I have 2 dogs.
What do you got?
We have a boxer and a pug.
A boxer and a pug.
Oh.
Nice. Pugly dogs.
They get along very barkily.
Oh no.
They
They bark
a
each other?
lot
They bark
at
each other the whole time?
Barkley.
That's because that's like huzzah. If you leave her out of the house for more than like a couple of minutes alone, she will start going, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I feel bad for the neighbors, but you know what? I can't do yoga if she's running around jumping on me the whole time. And believe me, I do not want to do yoga, but Jane made me do yoga again. We did yoga, and it was a Halloween yoga. So the yoga instructor was dressed as a stormtrooper, which I've got to say has got to make it kind of difficult to do yoga. It probably made it for easier yoga for me because they're trying to do it in a stormtrooper's uniform. Now, what about game stuff? I'm curious to know. I mean, Baz may have some things to add to things, but I wondered about if there was any. Does anyone have any good video game news? Anything that might be worth talking about here?
No.
Just to get us off. I wonder if there's any election games.
Give me a second.
Is there like a game where you could run for president and you could and you have to do things to become the president? That would be a good game, actually.
I'm gonna search that up right now.
Cal says democracy. Are you calling democracy a game, Cal, or are you saying there is a game called democracy?
I'm pretty sure there are lots of games
Yeah.
that are like on the phone. There is a sort of politic game where they take the politic people and you get them to fight in like a ring.
Oh,
I
really?
found one called Win the White House. Do you want to try it?
Election. What's it called? What was it? What did we say it was called? Democracy. I never spelled democracy right. Okay, democracy game. I'm looking for it. I'm looking it up now. All right. Ooh. It's an old game. It's almost as old. Wow. 2005. My God, Cal, you are so out of touch.
This is a Democracy 4
2020.
on stream. I found a Win the White House game.
Political. What do you think of Win the White House?
I'm trying it right now.
MLP Chad just posted 2 husky pictures.
Thanks. Oh, probably. Can I mute this?
It's a good game. Okay, so Google Noodles is totally on it. Among Us is kind of an election, says Jonathan. Jonathan, you're obviously living in the wrong country if you think Among Us is an election. I guess you elect to have people hurled out of the spaceship. Let me just remind me never to go to space with Jonathan MLH. Anyone know if David's still doing his SGA stream in the Sunday? Yeah, I think we're up for one, Tweety Row. I think we've got another. I think the plan is for Baz and I to do a Stargate stream on Sundays. We've got another watch to do. What's next? What's the next Stargate for that? Cal says they'll have murdered me by now. Really? Okay. All right. I understand. It's not the same day like there's why I spoke about. Sorry, what's this? Okay, I understand. What's going on? What's going on with Mr. I don't know what I'm missing out. What's happening in the chat here? Yeah, the person with the least votes gets kicked off. Bertley, yeah, and you got to get working on some trivia. Okay, sorry, Discord is Patreon only, I think? I don't think so. I think you can be on Patreon. It's just that we keep the voice channel just to our bandits. We want to keep the grown-ups out of it. Otherwise, it's no fun. You get more than one grown-up in here, it'll be a disaster. Right, Cal? And Shapes.io. It's a simple factory building game. Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm checking it out right now, and it's like you need to get these different shapes to your base, and then it starts to make your you level up.
Right.
I'm still really confused about what you're supposed to do in it.
Right. So is it one of those? See, there are some games that I feel like you have to learn how to play it before you play it. And then there are other games that I feel like you can just start playing and figure it out as you go along. I usually like the ones you can figure out while you're playing it because I usually don't have the I'm usually like, if I'm going to play a game, I just want to be able to do it. Having to do all the work beforehand seems like it takes away the relaxation part of the game. Lithin says, I think you thought the thing about LA neighborhood councils was a joke. It was not. That's how voting works. When they have an open seat, they need to fill. Is it? Which is so funny because I'm actually in Santa Monica, Well, I'm not in Santa Monica, but I vote in Santa Monica because that's where we were last. Tetris. It's basically like Tetris by the sound of it. Yeah, that's true, Jonathan. Okay, so diplomacy. Hallie Dressers is suggesting a game called Diplomacy. That sounds neat.
I'm trying this random game I found called Win the White House.
Really?
Yeah.
And what is your immediate review of it?
It's interesting, I guess.
It's quite interesting. I find it
People have done speedruns of it, is when I searched up, people have done speedruns on it.
Right.
So
The speedrun thing is something else I don't quite understand. It's a bit like hacking, isn't it? Like you're trying to figure out all the possible shortcuts to get through stuff.
yeah, I have done a little speedrun on a game called Carlson. I did not go fast at all.
Right. What's this? You look at pictures of session player with McKay.
Like some games are made for speedrun.
Right. Some of them almost feel like they were. Certainly, a lot of the classic arcade type games were sort of. It feels like yes, it feels like you get to the point where you've played it for so many times that it does become almost more about the speed run than it does actually doing the game. I definitely found that at certain points with like Mario and stuff, I just wanted to get through the level to move on type thing. It's like hacking tech banditry. What's this, Canadian Geek? Oh, it's like hacking tech banditry. It's basically what you're doing. I think the only game like that I've played is Civilization. They're up to Civ 6 now, but it's an expensive game.
I just realized speedrunners take lots of time to play the game less.
Ha! They spend all their time trying to figure out how to play the game less. That's a good point. There's a weird... Well, and the weird thing is... Yeah, and you're never... I guess you do beat a game, but you're not really beating the game, are you? Because the computer could beat you easily in that it could just move faster than even your eyes could see, right? So really you're beating the person who designed the game, right?
Yeah.
Because if a computer was really operating at the speed that it could operate at, there's no way you could beat it at any game, right?
I guess, yeah, you wouldn't, yeah. If someone made a computer, like, and it's going full power, it's because you know how you can crunch numbers?
Yeah.
Humans can't crunch numbers like that.
Right. Yeah, there's no way.
And do you know? And the person who made the best chess computer, they can't beat the best chess computer. It's because how it can see way ahead of what humans can, and they can think way ahead.
Yeah, it's so true. Crooker, thank you so much. It's very kind of you. Another subscription. That's great. That's interesting you talk about that with the chess, the idea of computers beating humans at chess. I always think of self-driving cars because I think people always say like, oh, I want to drive my own car. But I feel like if you were a self-driving car, you would get so much more information about what was happening around you than a human would, right? There's a really interesting video where they had an autonomous vehicle. So thank you, Superfan. Wow. Where they had an autonomous vehicle and it pulled up to a stoplight. And there was a big road. It was like 8 lanes of traffic. It was a really big intersection. And the light turned green, and all of the cars started to go through the intersection except the autonomous vehicle. And it had waited because it had seen a cyclist coming and had figured out that cyclist, if they continued at their going rate, was not going to be able to stop in time before they got to the intersection. So the car just decided, let's just kick back and wait, make sure this thing gets through. And then sure enough, the cyclist came in, almost got hit. Did not get hit by the autonomous vehicle, and then everyone moved on. And the idea was because there was kind of like a radar, this LiDAR or whatever it was they were using. I'm not sure exactly what they were using on this one, but I think it was LiDAR, where they basically had radar checking out the entire situation for things that we would never like. Would you think to look for a cyclist way down the street and see if they might stop or not?
I don't think well.
I wouldn't.
You would,
no
but
way.
you wouldn't.
MLP the Chad, thank you. Oh, and thank you. Oh, there you go. Look, Dara the Arcane just got gifted a sub by MLP chat. That's very kind of you. We got a nice bunch around here. I mean, well, here's a question for you. Okay, so let's Wolf Pup. You're in this conversation. What would you trust an autonomous vehicle? Oh wow, Crooker's going crazy. Thanks, Crooker and Benoit.
It would depend who made it.
Hmm.
If it's from like a business that has been known to do like shady stuff, then I wouldn't.
Oh, like who? Is there someone you can think of? Like, who do you consider a shady company?
I can't think of one, but just like if they've done something and it's been reported that they done it and someone has found like legitimate proof that they did it, not like Among Us proof, real proof.
Thank you, Benoit. And MLP the chat. Oh my gosh, it's going crazy. I'll tell you, I heard about. We used to have a. Well, before we do that,
MLP.
Noodles. What about you, Noodles? Would you trust an autonomous car?
Would I?
Like, would you let a robot drive for you?
Yes. If, for example, my dad was also there to, like, if anything went wrong, he could.
So you would want a human there, even your dad, which is my son would far more trust the robot than me.
Well, I trust my dad for driving. He's usually pretty good at it. So I just for the first few tests, I would also. I would trust a robot, I guess.
Look at that. Cal's making excuses for me. Apparently, I missed a sub. Did I miss a sub? Have I missed subs? I know he missed a few subs earlier on. I did? Who were they? Thank you, subs who I missed earlier on. Oh, I should go to if I go to mod mode, can I not say thank you to people that way?
Oh, I would like to say thank you, MLP. You gifted me a sub.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I would.
Including
So
mine.
kind
Ruby
of
K.
win the
Did I
White
miss
House game.
your sub? I missed Ruby K's sub. I missed Grove Spaz's sub. Oh my gosh, Ruby K. Well, Ruby K. I purposely just ignored yours. But Ruby K, who's one of our wonderful mods, who's like, what would you? It's like Ruby K's like the shovel to Cal's hammer. Like Cal hits them with the hammer, and Ruby K shovels them up and just tosses them out. 17 months, really? Ruby K, you've been here for 17 months. That's amazing. A glutton for punishment.
Are you saying they're murderers?
They're murderers. They are chat murderers. No. What do we got? What have I got here? Is there any way to see? Is there a way to say activity feed, activity mods? What should I look at for things like, so that I can make sure that I say thanks to people? Activity feed? Could that be it? The activity feed? I thought I had an activity feed here. Oh, well, never mind. Anyways, now I'm spending more time looking for subs than I am talking. So Noodles, you think you would rather have the car drive for you, but have like a human operator ready to jump in if they needed to?
Yes.
But that sort of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? Because if you're constantly worried about maybe your Tesla, running over a Hewlett or something, wouldn't you? Then I feel like I would never use it then.
Yeah.
Hello, Impy Imp. Welcome, new people. I have to say hi to the new people who have no idea what's going on. Idrask7's very happy to be here, and I believe is that a French flag? C'est le comment on dit flag en français? Anyone know what flag is in French? I feel like I should know this. See, obviously you're not doing enough French words. Not to scare you people. Yeah, no, we're here to. That's it. We're here to scare. Yeah. Actually, I'd be happy to have one human backup system, aka a driver. Well, actually, well, that's interesting though. Imagine if drapeau, like drape the flag. It's kind of a drapeau. Okay, all right. Et ça, le drapeau français à France. Is that right? Did I say that right? Okay, so but if someone has to take over, but what's funny is that still the autonomous car, like the robot and all the technology, would be faster than your dad anyways, though, wouldn't it?
No, what I think he means is like a backup driver. So if the robot car turns evil,
In case it suddenly becomes sentient or taken over by someone like Cal or Ruby K.
if like someone hacks it, then like
Ooh.
it's just like a backup.
Okay, but here's so I've heard people talk about hacking cars, but isn't like are you hacking a car if you jump in a car and then start driving around like a crazy man?
No, that's Grand Theft Auto.
Right. So if you start Grand Theft Autoing around in real life, I mean, is that what people are scared that computers are going to do?
Hacking a car would be you hack into the steering wheel and then start controlling the car and like crashing into people and trying to hurt the person inside of the car.
Yikes.
Is what I think
right.
it would be.
That's interesting. Thank you, Tweety Rowe. Thank you, May Jenna. May Jenna, that's a new name. I don't recognize that, but thank you. That's interesting because I actually trust the computers more than I trust the people. Like I'm more worried that like some guy on the road is gonna, like some guy driving a big truck is gonna be eating his massive Subway sub, and the meatball's gonna roll out while he's eating, and he's gonna bend down to get it, and then his giant tractor trailer is gonna go plowing through like a small farm or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm almost more concerned that humans are worse at making these decisions than computers are. Does that mean? Is that just because I've got one right behind me here and I just don't want to offend him?
No, that would be. I think you're afraid of human error, where some people are trust humans and don't like computers.
Ha, interesting. And who's programming these cars?
Yeah,
humans.
That would be a good question.
It would be humans, right? I mean, but that's the thing, David. Humans make predictable errors. Computers make very random errors. But I disagree, Grossbaz. I think humans are far, far more random in their response to things than computers. Does that make sense? Like I feel like humans are human. They make silly human mistakes. They don't sleep for 40 something hours and then they try to moderate a chat.
That seems kind of like you're talking to somebody.
I know. I don't mean any connection to anyone fictitious or real was not meant. Cal can monitor sleep. It's true, but you know what I mean. Like what about people who are drive? Well, what about people who drink and drive, or people who get stoned and drive, or what about people who are distracted while they're driving, or who are eating while they're driving?
I think that's just a person not thinking.
Right.
That's just them getting drunk and being like, "Ruh-roh, I don't have a backup, and I don't want to get taken by a cab." It's because what if the person is evil in the cab?
Interesting. So would you say that you trust people more than machines, or machines more than people?
I would more be on the borderline, to be honest.
Like somewhere between.
Like, it depends.
I just got to say goodbye to Cheryl Cohen, who's got to run. Thanks, Cheryl. Thanks for joining us.
If it's someone who has definitely not murdered someone, then probably yes. And if they've had attempted murder or, like, done something bad, then I would trust a computer more than them. But if the computer has, like, messed up and actually done something that has harmed somebody, then I wouldn't trust the computer.
Okay, so people who have records, who have criminal records, should not be able to program autonomous vehicles or drive cars?
That's my opinion on that.
Interesting. I mean, well, it's an interesting thing, though, because then you get to a situation like, well, what do you do with people who have, like, mental health issues? What about people who have, like, epilepsy, or people who have... I don't think, actually, if you have epilepsy, I don't think you're allowed to drive, are you?
What? Oh, maybe not. It's because what flashing lights would be there? Isn't epilepsy flashing lights, or am I thinking of something else?
No, I think you're right. I think for some people, flashing lights can bring on seizures, but maybe I don't think
they don't let that happen, it's because cops, they have flashing lights. What if that happens when a cop comes?
So Loviak is saying that you're not allowed to drive if you have epilepsy. So then for someone like that, oh my gosh, like an autonomous vehicle would be amazing. In fact,
Yeah.
the autonomous vehicle could even go like, oh my gosh, my driver is having a seizure. I'm driving him straight to hospital or her straight to hospital. What about that?
Yeah.
I love that. And what if I'm an old man. What if I have like a heart attack or something? And my car could just go like, well, my car probably go like, you know what? I'll take my time. But it could say, oh my gosh, David's having a heart attack. Let's save this brilliant actor from sure death and destruction, and then drive me to a hospital.
Or they could have, or like a defibrillator in the car that.
It's got a giant battery. Why not?
That would be very bad if someone hacked it. It would just shock everybody in the car.
Oh my god, that'd be the best murder show ever. Wasn't there? I think there was a show like that. Wasn't there a show for a while that was all about like the future and future crimes and stuff? That'd be really neat, actually. Like trying to think about
I think.
Go on.
Watch Dogs. That would be like a Watch Dogs type thing, is what I would think.
Watch Dogs the series. Although I'd rather play the game, to be honest. It's
I
interesting.
have Watch Dogs 1 and Watch Dogs 2. I think I've beaten Watch Dogs 2. I didn't really care about Watch Dogs 1. It's because it got to a very hard point. But in Watch Dogs 2, you have lots of things where you can hack, and you can like hack lights and everything.
Right.
To cause chaos around the town. And then there's also things where like you can hack stuff to make people think, hey, what's that happening over there? And you can make it so cops come in, it's because a guy who committed a crime is there, but nobody who has committed a crime is there.
Huh. What about someone's got Almost Human was a show with Carl Urban that W.H. Wyman wrote, and I really like his writing. He's got some really great stuff. But that's an interesting thing, though, because the other one that came up was Minority Report. And Minority Report is the idea that you're going to commit a crime. So they arrest you before you commit it. What about that? Can you arrest someone for a crime that
would be like it. If you have proof, like if you have proof, like if you see a mastermind plan in their house saying like, I'm going to slap Timmy, and then that's gonna happen. You slap the kid named Timmy, and then everybody's like, and then everybody's being like, oh my god, he slapped Timmy. Then somebody comes in and does something illegal.
Right.
Then I
have to say au revoir or bonsoir to Idrask 6 because it's very late in France. So au revoir, merci beaucoup pour la visitation. Je pense, ça c'est le mot. So
this is a very intense thing here.
What do you mean?
I'm still playing this Win the White House game.
Oh, you're still trying to win the White House?
I'm still trying to do it.
You know what's scary? Baz could be president. Because Baz is born in America. He was born in Washington State. So he could technically run for president. Isn't that terrifying? Also terrifying, Baz driving.
Listening to this right now and taking notes.
The thing is, while I'm doing this, I'm trying to. It's sort of complicated because basically what you have to do is you have to like keep. This just like, for example, I look at California, and California is like still on my side, and they're like a big thing for me, so I'm just keep going back. To California.
So, how does are you actually having to do, is it like legitimate? Like, does it feel like you're really running a political campaign?
Well, I don't know what running a political.
It's a cartoon, and we don't know what running a political would feel like.
I don't know. Have you seen both our candidates? They look a bit like cartoons too, don't they?
But like the thing is, it's
Baz is not online right now. No, I think he's. I think he's a bit late today. Actually, he's going to be doing some after school stuff. What was someone was saying? Yes, Captain Calvin Cat. Okay, yeah. Well, we'll get. Captain Calvin Cat. I'm gonna put a. I'm gonna wait on that one because we're discussing something else. But that's a great question. There was a thing that my friend mentioned just before I came online, which was he was reading an article. I should get him to find it, or maybe it was a documentary he saw something. But he was saying that that one of the things that there was like a study done about political extremism, right? Like this, the idea that there's like this far alt rights and the what are they called? Are they antifas? Is that the term? I don't even know what the term is, but maybe communists. I don't know, whatever.
I keep taking money from California.
I thought you said you kept taking money from Cal. So
I was like, from Cal? Really? Cal's giving out money, is she?
Because the thing is, in this game, it's sort of like they randomize which areas, like, what, and you sort of have like things that you can figure out what states are like.
What do you have to do to get money?
You have to ask for funding in places.
Oh, Antifa's anti-fascist? Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that.
I don't have any.
I've only heard it being referred to as sort of like the alt left, if that makes sense. But the thing this guy was saying, that my friend was saying, which I thought was interesting, was that he was saying that they were looking at all these different countries and seeing like which countries had the most sort of radical, political or violent extremism and all this kind of stuff, and they found that. Again, one of the Scandinavian countries, I can't remember which one it was now. Was it Iceland? Was it may have been Sweden. I don't remember. I can't remember the country now. But the point being was that they invested heavily in digital literacy. Do you talk about that at all at school? Digital literacy?
Digital literacy? What do you mean by that?
It's a stupid word. I got to say, it's something that I've heard in sort of education circles. But the idea basically is like learning how to use the internet and understand the internet and all of the problems that comes with, all the stuff that comes with that. So, it's things like learning that just because the first Google search that comes up with details is the right search is wrong. You should check. You should have multiple sources for stuff. Like you should never say, "Oh, they've won California," unless you've got a couple of different perspectives on that. I've got a gummy bear in my mouth. It's very hard to talk.
This is great.
I have a gummy bear in my mouth.
You can go like the thing with this game is you can go like you get funds from people, and then you like.
Are the funds random, or do you have to do anything for the funds?
It depends how big the state is, I think.
And what's the? I'm gonna just grab this. So this is because it might be nice. What I might do for our show notes tonight is I might put together a list of election-inspired games. How about that? That'd be a fun one.
You could do, yeah.
Like, and we put in like democracy and this is the other one. Race to the White House. What was the one you're playing right now?
It's on here. Win the White House.
Win the White House. Game. All right. Win the White House president election games. Oh, look at that.
Win the White House is you're trying to win the White House. You're a candidate that is trying to get money, and you have to give promises to the people to get the people to be like, yeah.
Did you sign in and register? Whoa.
I pressed skip.
By the way, don't worry about the sound for now. Once you get into the game, it has a little option that lets you like
turn off the sound. I wonder if I can turn the sound off on it. Actually, the tab is playing audio. I don't want it to.
Okay, go to the top, and there's a little settings thing, and you can just go master audio, everything else.
In the new game.
After new game.
Wow, this is quite a fun little game. Okay, so I can do this, and then I can go to master audio.
You could put
off.
Would you be allowed to put it on stream so people could watch?
I don't No. It says choose your grade. Is it meant for kids? Is this like an educational game?
I think so.
So this is building arguments to
Well-
support timely issues that are relevant to you. Strategically raise funds to support your campaign. This is kind of fun. I'm going to put this in the link. I don't know where this is from, and obviously I cannot vouch for any of these games or anything, but I will throw this in because it might be kind of fun for people to have a look at. But that'll definitely be one of the. Whoops, what have I done? What have I done?
Okay, that's good.
Did I send the link or did I just reboot everything there?
The
There you go.
problem is I'm trying to. For
Choose
some
your
reason,
grade,
Texas loves me.
Dad.
Like
that.
I did like 2 speeches in Texas, and now Texas is on my side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you talk about in Texas? You know, Texas was an interesting race because that was very close, which it normally isn't.
He talked about how dogs have been talking about not nice stuff about their owners.
What? Dogs would
Yeah.
never do that. My dog has nothing but lovely things to say about me, I'm sure.
Momentum.
My dog would very much gossip a lot.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think Huzzah, is a Russian spy, so I think she'd probably just be sowing misinformation and stuff.
So you think Huzzah is listening to you say that right now,
oh, totally.
and then
She's probably
preparing
recording
to
this.
leave?
She's probably recording this and reporting back to Putin, or maybe China. I don't know, one of the two. So Huzzah is my spy. Yeah, Cal. It's probably Cal's spy, exactly. Where is Huzzah? Huzzah was taken for a very long walk and had to be hosed down after, which makes me very nervous. So yes, so the
Why would Huzzah have to be hosed down?
I
What
don't know.
happened
I don't know
after
what
the
she
walk?
got into, but all I know is my wife said, "Get the hose ready."
They have tons of momentum now.
Perhaps the best game for the situation would be a cultist simulator. That's so true, because there is a cult-like mentality towards some of these parties, isn't there? Did she make friends with a skunk? If she made friends with a skunk, I think we'd be using other things than just water, I think. I'm going to have to look at her so I can help figure it out. What's this? I have no idea what Ben was. Oh, where's
What
Bizarre?
time
There you go.
What time did it happen? Like, was it in the past few days?
Well, this was just I think she just may have been just rolling around with other dogs, and she just gets a bit muddy. Maybe she made friends with a
Wait,
dead
who
critter.
is-
Oh my God, she loves doing that. If she finds a dead squirrel, it's like she dives in like it's a swimming pool. Huzzah has not made friends with squirrels. Huzzah will leap into traffic in order to charge
Save a
squirrels, basically, yeah.
I've lost Arizona. Like the thing is,
You've lost
sometimes
Arizona.
you
Oh no, she's
lose-
lost Arizona.
You lose things. Like I've tried to get some states back, or for example, but like I just lost them. It's like
Don't try to get
Okay.
them back. It's because don't try to get them back too much. It's because then they're gonna think you're needy.
I gotta say, I like that.
Yeah, except this is a computerized game. It doesn't really.
I like that.
pay
Noodles for
attention to
president. I like that. Look, you've already got a hashtag.
that. Noodles for president.
Noodles for president. There's the hashtag. Wolf Pup, you should run against her.
Momentum. Okay, I don't have momentum
Wait a sec,
anywhere.
there is a video game called Cultist Simulator?
Cultist Simulator?
The Cultist Simulator. So I guess you're trying to start a cult or something. Golden Retriever. That's so funny. I don't see Golden
I've
Retriever.
started the Cult of Muffins.
The Cult of Muffins. Oh, I'm in. Sign me up.
First, you need to go to thecultofmuffins.com and then do everything it says there.
Is that your website?
It's not actually a website.
It's not.
Okay.
I thought you were starting your misinformation campaign for the election. Now, can you get other people on with you on this game?
I don't.
Half Baked is saying you should invade Canada. And Noodles and Cal wants to be your VP. I would not trust her as a VP. I'm just saying.
I'd totally trust Cal.
I think Cal,
yeah,
Cal
sure.
would turn on you so fast. You'd be like talking to someone. It'd be like she'd come up behind you with a giant hammer. Yeah, be the first.
Not a hammer. I think Cal would come in with an anvil.
With an
They would-
anvil. Wow. I
Yeah.
would say I would say it'd be the first political assassination by Hammer.
Looney Tunes anvil, bring it in.
That's it. Bringing it. That's right. That's true. With a rope tied around it. Okay, which anvil does
And
sound
then
like a lot
from
of work.
above, you just drop it, and then everybody is squashed in that room, all because of Cal.
That's it. Cal has crushed the competition. I'd vote for what? I'd vote for a can of soup. Xenos is apparently what? Xenos
You'd vote
apparently
for a
will vote
can-
for a can of soup. What does it
I
say
like.
on it?
I
Oh, it says
I
noodles.
vote
It's
for-
noodles. Of course, now I get it. It looked like a thing of. Maybe I'm hungry. It was soup. Those are noodles. Piano hanging from the ceiling. Yeah, that's a good point. With an X red tape on the floor. Here, stand here, Mr. President.
Stand here, Mr. President.
I
I
love that
live
there
in
is an
Canada,
election
so
game.
I can't invade.
So what were the other
It's
games?
election day.
What were the other
Okay,
election-based games we thought would
Okay.
be good? We said there was
Got
democracy.
No, I lost that. Oh, okay.
Noodles is doing some very intense gameplay right now.
She is.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah, I'm
democracy
so
the
close.
game.
I have 269 votes. 280. 291.
Miss Lynch it's late for Miss Lynch. She's got to go. Goodbye, Miss Lynch. How Warhol? It is very Warhol.
No.
Invisible Dimensions.
Oh, yes,
Okay, so
yes.
Cal, was it democracy the game you were suggesting?
I got 310 votes.
How many? You got 310 votes. What's it? But that not seats though. Yeah, I was gonna say you only need 270. Democracy, yes. Democracy 4. Democracy 4. The game. I'm gonna put it in the text chat so I remember. Game.
I
Okay.
thought you just said democracy. Yes.
Have you played that?
Oh wait, so what are we?
What about
suggesting for
Civilization? Would
democracy?
Civilization be a kind of an election-based game?
Let me.
I don't. Civilization isn't it where you try to start wars and then get out everybody else?
So Cal
So you're
says
the
not at
last-
all. Democracy 4 is more like a stay-in-power strategy game than a get elected. I see. Is it free to play? I think you are the dictator. I think you're the dictator. Well, then maybe Lilith, maybe that's more my game then. Maybe Civilization as a dictator, that would be good.
Yeah, no. The democracy game. Not the democracy. The one in the White House is sort of fun, actually.
It is? Oh, good. So there's a thumbs up from Noodles on that one.
Like it's
We
pretty
could-
simple. It's not. Honestly, it's sort of. I feel like it's sort of chance, but in some ways, but it's fun.
So
'Cause
what's
you can
Tropico?
pick-
Tropico's also got the political party to it. What's Tropico? Do we like Tropico? Is that something I should look up?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
The voting results still haven't changed.
No, they're
We
saying
should
that.
play
Look, they're saying
Minecraft-
Pennsylvania
we
won't
should-
be. They won't even add. They won't even add Pennsylvania's stuff till they said till tomorrow, Thursday. No, was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday, right?
We should play Minecraft and make the White House,
Ooh,
And then-
I like that.
and then hold a.
Oh, I can do that once I get my PC.
Oh, yeah, still got to order those
Oh.
parts. Everyone keeps saying wait. Everyone says wait. Don't
Wait
buy them
for
yet.
what?
But they're saying wait because of the GPUs.
Well,
You don't want
Is
to
it
wait.
whatever?
Well, here's the thing: is you don't want to go and buy a GPU now, and then they announce new ones, and all of a sudden they cost a fraction of what you paid for them, right?
yeah,
And then
I get. You know what we
do
could
it.
do? I have like a crappy old GPU hanging around. We could get all the other parts,
yeah.
and then just put in the low end GPU to start, and then wait to see if it goes up or down in price.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Sure.
All right. Okay. So I'll have a look at Lord Chunky's build suggestions then. Wait a sec. I didn't check the other. I didn't check the other stream. Wait a second. I want to make sure there's nobody in the other stream.
What other stream?
Well, you know, sometimes I suggest that we go to the Ironham stream. And it's okay if there's nobody on. Okay, good. I was just checking. Because I just don't want anyone left out because I've gone to the wrong. I mean, I guess it's kind of makes more sense to just have the Tech Bandits server for Tech Bandits, right?
Yeah.
It's just that the Iron Ham stream. Oh no, that makes sense because then Baz can keep the Iron Ham stream, right? That makes sense because he's still I am Iron Ham, right? Now, have any of you tried? I know, game related. Has anyone tried doing the Lego Unity tutorials yet?
No.
I would highly
I've tried doing Unity, but not the tutorials yet. I only
try the
know how-
Lego one. I did the Lego one and I got through. It was fun. I put like some kind of a turkey thing, and they said set it to 30, so I set it to like 1,000, and it was just firing bullets at me, and I couldn't get past it. And then it's kind of fun. You're creating your own leg. It's almost like to start. You're like creating your own Lego levels of play. But I can see how if you want to, you can get way deeper with this stuff. You know.
You could make like a Lego game in Unity, like a full-fledged
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Unity.
Absolutely. And that's the reason why I kind of like this approach is that you start easy. Like you just start with just getting a sense of how things work and stuff. And then I think if you wanted to, you could go pretty far into it. Like you could probably, in fact, not even probably, I know you could build entire Lego games this way if you wanted to. I'm going to put this link in.
Isn't there like a Lego Harry Potter game?
Oh my gosh, there's Lego Harry Potter, there's Lego everything. Now there could be Lego Noodles. Now there could be Lego
Okay.
Wolf Pup.
Dun, dun, dun,
All right, James.
dun.
Thank you so much, James. Everybody, put the pressure on
Oh,
James. This has got to be the
Lego
best
has-
dungeon
Lego.
mastering ever.
I'm pretty sure Lego
I actually don't know about
Lego
Friday
Games
still.
is one of the biggest collaborations. Bigger than Endgame.
What was this?
I actually don't know if I'm free on Friday.
All right. Well, we'll convene and figure out what the best day is. Because maybe I should just not let Baz do anything on Friday, except just talk about how great I am. And
The
then
problem is, on Friday, I'm usually scheduled to hang out with my friend, and I usually eat dinner at their place.
oh, okay. Well, that's fair enough. Well, just let us know, and then we'll figure out what the best thing to do is.
'Cause
Either
I
we'll,
really, if you could play like around, but I really want to play with you guys. It sounds
all right.
like
So
a
we'll
lot
try
of
to
fun.
work around your. We'll try to drop everything and work around your schedule, Noodles.
I am
Thank
doing
you.
something tomorrow.
Tomorrow is what day? Thursday. Okay.
And that doesn't like.
Everyone
I'm
say
fine
goodbye to
with that
James
as well.
Gurney. Ladies and gentlemen,
Bye,
the
James.
brilliant James Gurney is leaving the building. Wait a second. Hang on. Jonathan MLH, did you seriously just register thecultofmuffins.com?
Wait, that's a thing?
Wolfpup, I think you just inspired a new domain name. Is that
Thank
right? Yeah. Jonathan MLH just registered thecultofmuffins.com. Now you have to pay him
Okay.
big money to get it.
I will
Smart.
pay him half a cookie.
You got half a cookie, half a muffin. I'll give you the top half of the muffin for the. Okay, what's it called? Cult of the Muffin.com. Okay, cultofthemuffin.com. Its site can't be reached. Did I get it wrong? The Cult of the Muffin? Is it the Cult of the Muffin? What is it? Nope, still haven't got it. What did I spell muffin wrong? Knowing me, it's very small writing. It's hard to see. What is it called? It's go to it. What's it registered as? The Cult of Muffins. It's a plural. The Cult of Muffins. All right, ready? Cultofmuffins.com. Nope. No, it's off.
Subscribe to Tech Bandits. Buy muffins. Eat muffins. I was able to get
Subscribe to
into it.
Tech Bandits. Buy muffins. Eat muffins. Oh, I love it. The 3 rules. And the 4th rule is
Where is
there
it?
is no Cult of Muffins.
Nani?
Nice.
Where is it again?
What would you do? It's the cult. Here, I'll cut and paste. It's easier.
Out of the Cult of the Muffins?
The Cult of the
Yes.
Muffins. Okay,
Nobody
Stargate
can
Lover's
resist
really
the
going now,
cult
for
of the
sure.
muffin.
Apparently, Stargate Lover is really going for real now. Thank you, Stargate Lover. Thanks for joining us. Okay. It's the Cult
She
of
tricked
Muffins.
us.
Okay, so
Oh.
come on, Wolf Pup. This was your idea. What would you do with the cultofmuffins.com?
We would have conspiracy theories about muffins.
Conspiracy theories about muffins. You'd have to make them up though, because you don't want to steal someone else's muffin cults. So then you could have weird, true muffin cult people come in. So give me a. So what's this is actually a great example in like how to spread false information. What if you say that people who
How do you even get a domain? Like, do you if it's not owned, do you have to buy it, or can you just?
Yeah, you register it. You go and you can register. It's pretty easy to do. There's are you leasing them? Is that right? Are they leased? I've had some forever. Oh no, in 4 years there's going to be a Muffin Gate. Oh my God, Muffin Gate's even better. Something like £4 on 123 reg for a year. Wow, that's pretty great. It's pretty cheap. So
Send a picture for the background.
what
I
kind of
already know
background?
what I want my donut made.
So wait a sec.
to be.
So Wolf Pup, you got to come up with like that. This is a perfect way to using your skills, with either your Photoshop
muffin.
skills or your drawing skills. You got to come up with a cult of the muffins. Maybe it could be like evil muffins
I might
with a flag or
I might
something.
soon draw a muffin with like a cultist robe on.
You gonna what was that? I missed that. What was that?
Draw a muffin with a cultist robe on.
Oh, nice muffins in robes. They could be robes of icing robes.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so all right, so Wolf Pup's working on that. What about you, Noodles? What would yours be? Well, yours is like Noodles for president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on that tomorrow.
You know,
I
actually, what's
want
my
to do it
favorite colors?
Mm.
Rainbow. Rainbow's my favorite color.
Rainbow? How
Yellow.
inclusive of you.
Yellow is my. Oh, I thought you said yellow is. Why did I think you said?
Did someone connect to the voice chat?
The Muffin
Bad.
Oh my God.
Man.
The
You could have the
Iron
Muffin
Ham.
Man. That's true. The Muffin Man would be a great person to have on the
Iron Ham lives.
Iron Ham, dude.
Hello.
Hello. You are very far away. Let me put up your volume. Hang on a
Oh yeah,
sec.
you moved my mic when you were looking at my new stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Is this better?
A little better. I'm going to turn you up a bit. How's that? Now talk now.
Is this better?
Much better.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Iron Ham. Somebody just we made a joke. Well, actually, Wolf Pup made a joke about what was it called? What was it again? The Cult of Muffins. And someone just registered. Well, not someone. Jonathan, CNC Jonathan, just registered cultofthemuffins.com. Thecultofmuffins.com.
And now I need to
This
send him a
this is the
muffin.
first time.
Oh, Lurthus.
Now I have to send him a muffin.
Oh my
top
God,
through
these
the mail.
horrible beasts. These aren't my children. Never. No, these are just the Tech
As is.
Bandits. They just haunt my Discord every Monday. Normally it's Monday and Wednesday, but we couldn't do Monday this week, could we?
Monday, Wednesday.
No, these are my Tech Bandits kids.
I just want to say, by the way, I'm probably free all weekend if we want to do D&D then.
All right, so you couldn't do Friday, but you might be able to do like Saturday.
I can.
I don't think you can do
probably do Friday. I just lots of my friend would probably be really sad, and I would miss hanging out with him too.
Oh no,
so.
we should totally make your friend sad. That's way more fun for me. We could roll the dice and see how sad he is.
Oh my God. He could make. No, that's too many people. But I was saying he could play D&D with us. He might not want to. I've invited him to Tech Bandits.
I don't know why, but I
You
can
actually-
totally see David with like just the imposter eyes, just like forcing Iron Ham to. I was going to say Cal for some reason.
They're
Yes,
interchangeable.
Cal
I've never
is-
seen them in the same room together, so they might be the same person. You can see. Sorry, but I cut you off. Sorry. Go ahead. So you could see.
That reminds me of the show Some Assembly Required, where the person is who used to own the shop
Yeah.
before them.
We loved that show. They had a roller coaster in their office.
Yes,
You
the,
want that?
Remember that, Baz? We loved that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad. Whatever. Whatever you say, Dad.
I'm saying yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Wow, I got him started already. So, okay. So the question I have is, what we're trying to think of, like, good. What would be good conspiracy theories for? We could see how far we could go with the conspiracy theories. Like, see how far the conspiracies go. Like, what if you say, like, everyone, if you eat more than X number of muffins a week, you are 60% more likely to, I don't know, trip and fall down
Penguin. That if
short
you
stairs.
didn't.
I'm pretty sure you saw this, but Biden won Michigan.
Yeah, did he?
Wait, really?
That's fantastic.
I mean, what?
I mean, sorry, not
What?
fantastic. I mean, good for Biden. Mystery flavor muffins. What if?
How do I have to pay for a domain?
Yes,
Yes.
you usually do. Yeah, but they don't. I mean, they don't have to be that expensive. Like, there's some fairly cheap ones. I have a service that I use Cloudflare, which is kind of fun. I've also got another one called SiteGround, which I've used as well. Muffin tops only. If you
You
eat
need
more
a-
than 123 muffins a week, you have a 50% chance of catching diabetes, something like that.
That's
But
more truthful though.
that does, yeah, she probably would. Actually, it's a good point.
Wait,
Huh.
epic
My friend wants
conspiracy
that.
If you see someone
bottom
holding a
of the
muffin in
muffin
their left
is
hand,
not actually there.
if you see someone on the subway holding a left hand, they are a member of the muffin cult.
Oh, so that's just me, like, all the time, because I'm left-handed.
No, what I'm saying is, if someone, I forget what I said now. Now that I was going to say it again.
It got
If you
lost in the
eat-
mix.
If you eat 2 blueberry muffins, 5 chocolate chip muffins, and 57.5 lemon raspberry muffins all at the same time, there is a one
Why would you be
in
eating the
8,000.
numbers then?
You know, and there's a 1 in 1,000. There's a 1 in 8,000 chance that you'll turn into a penguin.
Oh, I
Test
already
it.
am a penguin.
I like
I was turned
Benoit
into-
raises a good point. What about, what's the difference between a muffin and a cupcake?
Cupcakes are muffins or cupcakes without icing.
Well, are they though? Because I've had
No.
muffins. I've had muffins with icing on them. I've had muffins with cupcakes on them. No, I haven't, but I have. It would be cool. You could do muffins with cupcakes on them.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
I don't think that would be true. It's because there are oatmeal
Is it-
muffins.
There's oatmeal
Am
muffins.
I
Yeah.
the only one that thinks muffins have like a different like I feel like cupcakes are usually like
Cupcakes
like,
are normally more
ye-
moist.
like-
Muffins are bigger. That's a good point, Xenos. They're usually bigger,
that's not necessarily true.
and muffins have a totally
For me,
different crumb.
normally-
I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
like the
yeah. Cupcakes are more moist. Cupcakes I find are more moist and they're like sort of like lighter.
What if the website was just pictures of muffins?
And then when you zoom in really close, you can see stuff.
It says like it
Like,
has political things.
serious.
Yeah.
No, if you zoom in really close, then you get
Like
rickrolled.
conspiracy theories.
You get rickrolled. Oh no!
Yeah.
Please no! I think Baz has rickrolled me a few times. That would be the
What?
Google image search. Hey Baz, do you have any because I didn't have time to do any show notes this week. I wondered if there was any sort of like gaming news or stuff that you might be able to bring to the mix. Is there anything that's happened recently, gaming wise? I know there's an
that looks
update
so
for Among
good.
Us.
I'm looking at muffins now and I'm hungry.
Well, there you go. You know what you can
That
have.
was your fault for looking at the muffins.
Stop! They all look so good.
You're
You can't
googling
look at-
muffins?
Sorry, one sec. What were you talking about?
I was just
Look
asking,
at
like, because I don't have any video. Oh, mother of all, Baz, you are the worst.
How do we know now?
Now we're gonna get banned. Now we're gonna get like dumped.
Now you're
Now
not
we're gonna get like copyright
copyright.
infringement.
It's fine. It's part of the rickroll.
But it's not part of the Rickroll. Oh my gosh, you're the worst son
Well,
I've ever
and
had.
Your video just got copyrighted.
That's it. We just got a. What is it called? A DCMA. They muffined us. What if you muffin rolled someone? Is there like
Then
a
that'd
muffin?
be sending a picture of a muffin with a
DMCA.
gun.
That's it. Only if it's 30 seconds, I think. Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right, great. But
That
everyone
was more
should
than
definitely
30
report
seconds,
this to the
was it?
DMCA or whatever they're called. Rick is
No
cool.
one-
He
no
wouldn't
one-
mind.
Play
Oh,
21.9
Rick
seconds.
Astley has a TikTok.
Oh, does he? Wait a sec.
Yeah.
I don't watch TikToks.
But
I
on
wouldn't
TikTok, are you allowed to use people's music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
the
don't
whole
pay
point
them
of
for their music?
TikTok.
No.
But then how do they? Are they like leasing it to TikTok or something? How does that work? They license the
No.
music.
Oh,
I
maybe.
think it's just TikTok owns all music. They just made TikTok and then they all bow down and be like, we cannot take your money.
I like that the DMCA, Kath Briss is saying that the DMCA, which is the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, is actually the Digital Muffin Contract Assassins. That's pretty
I
good.
agree.
That is pretty good. It's owned by China, so
Wait,
they do
one
what
second.
they want anyways.
Sister of mine.
Yes. What is your sister up to now?
Yeah. Sister of mine, yes.
Google dancing muffin. Please don't. I don't know what Google. Who knows what Google dancing muffins will do. I think we got to figure out something really good to do.
I just want to say I have to leave at exactly 6 because apparently my sister has ukulele.
Apparently, my sister's got to be a talented musician. Well, that's good. I can't hear her. Was that something in the background I heard? Was that a talented
I can
ukuleleist?
hear you, David.
It's a ukuleleist.
I'm trying to find a. I'm trying to get a Minecraft server, but it's just loading.
What? You're trying to get a Minecraft server? You mean you're trying to start your own?
Yeah.
By the way, that growl was my sister.
Oh my
I
god.
might actually ask my dad. It's because he has a different computer for servers.
He's actually hosting them on his own computers.
No, he has more than one. He has a different computer
Oh my.
that is just like a basic one that he uses to do servers.
Ha. So that
Okay,
they're...
I was searching up. I was
You
in
know, Baz,
Minecraft,
we've got a
and I
ser- Baz,
signed
we still
into
have
my
a-
account.
Don't you have a Minecraft server that aren't we using a Realms that we're not using right now? Baz? Wasn't there like a Realms? I seem to remember getting like a renewal for that. Oh, thanks, Citrix.
I'll
yeah,
definitely
maybe.
join that when I get my computer.
These
I'm a bit-
words I have to study are so confusing.
What words have
What
you
do you
got
have
to
to do,
study? What
French?
kind of words?
I
Give us
have
some words.
lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical?
Whackable.
Lackadaisical. So lackadaisical.
My god, I spelled it wrong again.
Well, it's a hard one. It's a tough one to spell. Lackadaisical is like I'm not so worried. No big deal. It's,
Lackadaisical. L-A daisical.
is it L-A-C-A? That looks like a really I feel like it should have an L-A-C-K in it. But
I'm
is
pretty
it?
sure it's LACADAISICAL.
I think there's a K in there. I think it's like lack.
No, there's not. There's not.
There's not? You sure? Google it.
I swear on.
I thought it was lackadaisical. This is why I think everyone should just read books on Kindle, because you can just look up the words. I love being able to look up words.
Read it on Kobo. Kobo's better.
is
It
not
says it's a full-time job. It says
LACK.
learn to pronounce. What is it? Lackadaisical.
Okay, give me a second. I got this.
Lackadaisical? No, lackadaisical. It sounds like a nice place to hang out, doesn't it?
I'm gonna find the correct pronunciation. Let me just get it. Google Translate.
Yeah, Lilithfin's saying like misspelling lackadaisical is kind of meta, but it's kind of like it's only if you don't care about misspelling lackadaisical.
Okay, I just made a Minehut server and I'm sending it in here.
All right, what do you got?
Gopher?
It says GG.
I don't.
Gopher?
Gopher?
Oh, pilfer.
Go pilfer.
You go.
To pilfer
You
is
go
to like
multiplayer,
is to
add server.
steal
Go.
something.
Yes, and then go to server address and then copy that in. And
Are you okay with? Well, I'm not going to share it with everybody. I guess that's the. But you, Baz, you going on through Minecraft?
No.
oh, why? It didn't restart. It should have restarted. I clicked
It's the
reset
mine
server.
hut. What's the
Sorry,
mine hut?
I'm just not going on the Discord server because
Excuse
I
me.
have
This is
homework.
how you spell. This is how it sounds.
What do you got?
Learn
Like a
to know.
wiggle. Okay, the server.
Lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical?
Shouldn't it be lackadaisical?
Lackadaisical.
Serene. What is serene? Oh,
It's
so
like
easy.
this. Ready? Lackadaisical.
Right. Use Google, says Ben.
Lackadaisical.
Do you use? I mean, you guys must use Google for everything.
Okay,
Yeah, I know.
lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical. Oh my gosh, stop saying lackadaisical. Now I don't know how to spell. I spelled it right.
Lackadaisical.
Well, it's sort of spelt the way it sounds, isn't it?
Lackadaisical. Yeah, it's
I mean, other than the
spelled.
Y's instead. I mean, the Y's and I's get confusing too.
When? What?
Oh,
Just
yeah,
found
I
a
had to-
cool indie game called
I had
Foundry. It's like
to-
Minecraft.
I didn't know
It's awesome. Haha. It's been a
If
bigger
you
like-
life.
want
to
to
do,
join that server, I just spawned, not spawned, by a bamboo forest.
Oh, nice.
Wait, I have a question. Is this PC or
PC.
Is it Java
I'm-
or Bedrock?
It's Java,
Oh,
I think.
Oh, so you
yeah,
could.
okay.
You're on
I
Java,
would
aren't you?
join, but I don't have a computer.
Oh my gosh.
Look, I really want
Wait a
this.
second. Wait a second.
Build
Didn't
one.
I mean our Jack? I shouldn't say Jack. What's his name? Lord Chunky.
More chunky.
Lord Chunky gave me a PC, like a whole one of those PC parts lister things, which was
I have a
great.
question.
Don't
But-
worry, David is trying to contact PCplace.net to get you a free PC.
What? Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to get a free one right now. We've already got a
Wait,
free
I
one in a
have a
way because
question.
DStat was what? Intrabyte got a 3080 today. Intrabyte, you are no longer welcome here.
No,
I
he's
have,
more.
I have a
welcome here.
question.
The 3080 is
You
like
should have
one of the newest NVIDIA beautiful
You might-
GPUs.
should have waited. It's because didn't 600 get released? Not released, but get
600.
told. Yeah, it's happening.
The AMD has announced new chips, and then of course there's a whole 3070s. I don't know what the AMDs are called. It's a good question. Are they called the new? What series are they called? Let me see. I'm looking for Golden Wolf to see if not Golden Wolf. Hey, we haven't seen the ladies from London for a while. It's true. I guess they're back at school now, probably, aren't they?
I was thinking about something, but I forgot what I was going to say.
That's very helpful. PC
Yeah.
parts picker, Lord Chunky. There you go. I'm looking it up right now. Was this the one? There you go. Okay, yes, this is the one we were talking about. We're talking about like a. All right. So, but the GPU that he's suggesting, right?
I remember what I was going to say.
Yes.
We had a French test on conjugating verbs today.
Oh, I hate conjugating verbs, don't you?
I hate conjugating.
Not that hard.
What verbs did you have to conjugate?
Verbs ending with er.
Did you get
ER.
better than a 6.5?
I don't know. We didn't get them back yet. We
We're
literally
gonna
only
call
did
him the
them today.
6.5 kid.
The class
Do
average,
you
I
think
think,
I can
is
shout out my friend in the chat?
Do you think you
the
could what?
class average
You
was
wanna
77.
shout out
I
your
think.
friend?
Do you mind?
No, who are you shouting out? What are they doing? What are you shouting them out for?
Chips just made a new Twitch channel and he wants to start streaming.
Bag of chips?
Oh,
Yeah.
Of course.
What's it
I'll put it in
called?
the Twitch channel for sure. Bag of chips. What's the? Do you have the? Are you gonna put it in the chat?
Yeah.
Well, we should totally like. Why don't we rate him
It's
then?
the one with the top hat, if you see it. That one.
I am Iron Ham. I am Bag of Chips. He's I am Bag of Chips. You guys are starting a new
I'm
trend
looking.
of naming. I should be I am Tech
Yeah.
Bandit. That doesn't sound
Oh, you
pretty
should be I'm Tech Banditry.
good. You know what? So I need to wrap up at 6:02 anyway, so that's good. Why don't we, Baz? Why don't we? Is he streaming now?
No.
No.
It's not.
Oh.
I can go live.
I was gonna say, tell him to stream, and then we can rate him.
Oh, okay. I can
And-
go live if you want me to.
You can go live with him, or you want to go live?
I can just go live, period, if you want.
Sure.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, you took my camera.
I don't know what you're talking about. What camera?
You
Don't
have
use the
taken my
camera.
Oh, it's sitting over there. You can come and get it if you want. There's one right there.
When you come
Yes, 6 p.m. there is in
will
about
you
5
bring it up?
minutes.
It's okay, I won't stream today. It's boring anyway.
What do you mean? What's boring? If you want to stream, you should stream. I just thought it might be a good start for your friend. Like give him a nice boost to say welcome to Twitch, because that's what Barnacules did to you, right?
No.
I mean, we're not talking Barnacules numbers, but
Barnacules is actually streaming right now.
Oh, of course he is. It's Wednesday, isn't it? That's right. He starts streaming at 6 o'clock, I think.
He always used to stream when we're streaming.
I know. I don't like
You
it.
always seem to be streaming when he's
So
streaming.
he streams at 6. Yeah, he streams at 6. We usually start at 4.
Actually, no, he's been streaming for a while.
Yeah, I think he goes when he feels like it. So, well, if Bag of Chips is not streaming, then we'll raid Barnacules instead. Then, what do you think?
Sure, why not?
Wolf Pup, do you have any interest in streaming? Is that something you have?
I have started to record.
Ah.
I'm not allowed yet to stream.
But you could edit together your own thing if you wanted to.
Oh, I had a question.
Hang on, Noodles. One second. Let's finish that with Wolf Pup. So you record stuff, and then would you edit them for could they be seen by like a private group or something?
How do you record? By the way?
I've been recording games.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
What game?
I have done. Let me check.
And when you say you record them, you're just recording them straight out, like as they are, is the plan to go through and like pull out some highlights, or what are you thinking? And you'd want to be a game streamer.
Yeah, I would want to be I would actually want to be like a variety.
Right. That's Baz
That's
too.
really
Baz,
hard.
like, what do you call it, Baz?
Variety streamers.
It is
are
that's what it's called, variety streamer.
Probably the
So
hardest
far,
one.
I have recorded Among Us, Rec Room, Hello Neighbor, Super Hot, Minecraft.
Wow.
You play alone?
Yeah.
And so interesting, because Baz and I used to record all of our stuff, all of our Minecraft stuff, and then sometimes I
And then
edited
you
them.
edited them, and they were so good, and then you stopped editing.
Well, because it just took a long time, right?
I have a question. Didn't you say you're gonna post a Among Us thing?
I
have
talked
it,
about playing Among
But
Us
it's
tonight.
not.
I talked about playing
Yeah.
Among Us, but I don't think I'm going to have time tonight.
I was just curious about it because.
If you're around, though, you could start. You could start a game. You've got
Okay.
a couple of bandits here who might be into it. Wolf Pup, you?
Yeah, I can't do it right now.
Oh, you
'cause
can't. Oh, right, because you can't.
It just says you.
Wait a sec. What does she need the computer for ukulele?
It's online.
Ah, of course.
It's like
the
a
old,
lesson.
the old COVID training. Ooh, Invisible Dimensions
yeah,
got
Spino
Thai
Breaker's
coconut
trying-
soup.
I want to say Spino Breaker's making a game. Spino Breaker, you could post the thing in chat and hop on one of the chats in Ironham Spooky Discord.
That's true. Baz,
If anyone-
what's your deal? Are you allowed to game now, or have you got homework to do? What's your deal?
Stressed very I am.
Stressed very I am. All right, I'll come
You
up
know-
and make sure you're
I'm
even
not
more
very
stressed.
but I'll be done to my homework in a sec. But
All right.
I won't play Among Us. I have friends that I have to play.
I won't play Among Us. I have friends.
I would join Minecraft.
No, if I got my computer, I was thinking of maybe trying streaming because I don't know. it seems
Yeah,
interesting.
why not? I mean, you've also got to run for president, so it's probably good to have a stream.
Oh,
for
right?
that.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it worked
I would
for
probably.
it
I
worked for
actually have a
AC.
friend I'd play with. I'd rope him into it. Here, I'll call him.
It worked for
Kiwi.
AOC.
Oh yeah, I have 5 friends that I have to go play with.
Oh, really? What are
I
they
wrote-
playing?
I wrote my
Let me
friend
guess.
Kiwi into it.
Phasmophobia.
Nope.
Oh, what are they playing?
Among Us.
Among Us. Oh, so they're playing Among Us.
you would not want to join.
Oh, why not? Oh,
their
these are
humor
rude,
is
obnoxious
very-
friends.
No, I like them. They're not obnoxious.
They're rude, childlike friends who will not appreciate a dad showing up.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Alma.
Oh,
Me?
They're
Can't play
they're
anyways.
There's no way you'll be able to play anyway.
why not?
I can't.
Oh, they can't play because you
They're-
got the ukulele. All right. Well, there's a bunch of people in the chat who've actually mentioned that they might be doing some gaming too, so you could jump on with them if you wanted to. But
I
again,
know.
they,
I'm playing my iPad.
I
but,
say this.
I'm probably just
Wait,
gonna
someone
go.
asked. Digraphing asked. Am I a tech bandit?
What do you mean? Aren't you?
Yeah.
Or am I just here because I have to be here?
But you have to be here. I didn't know you had to be here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever said you had to be here.
Oh, I don't?
I have to be
Wow.
here.
What do you mean you have to be
No,
here?
you haven't you actually went up and then said to Baz and say, it's Tech Bandits, you need to join, or else I will yell at you.
I think
and
I might
say,
have a couple of
"Join."
times. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Just 'cause
actually,
I'm a
I
dad,
don't
that's
have
one of
to
the
be
great
here, but I
things.
like being here a lot, and
It's one of the
People
great
boring
things
without
about being a
me,
dad
you know?
is you get to like tell people to do stuff. It's great.
oh dang it, I really have to go.
All right, you have to go. All right, Noodles, thank you very much as always.
Well, fuck,
See ya.
I might not be able to do D&D on Friday unless I can rope my friend into doing it. But,
All right, get email, get your mom to email
no,
or email
my
or whatever.
Mom.
Yeah. Your noodle mom.
Get-
All right,
Your
see you
friend
later.
and be like,
Good luck with the ukulele.
Yep.
I am General Tech Band. It's true, I am General Tech Band. I'm kind of general
Noodle
Tech
out.
Band stuff. Noodles out. Thank you, Noodles. Bye. Ironham, you gotta go game with friends once you've done all the homework you need to do.
I've done most of the homework.
How about all of it? How about the reading?
I'm doing some more reading tomorrow.
What about today?
I'm very behind on the reading, so I'm just gonna do it tomorrow.
How did you get behind on the reading? Oh, this is gonna be
I'm
fun. I'm
behind
gonna
on
go
the reading
upstairs
for,
and we're
like,
just gonna have a
5
big
weeks.
fight. I'll do lots of
Okay,
yelling. Hey,
please
wait a
don't
sec,
do that.
Baz.
I'm gonna.
Get this. Intrabyte
please
has a
spare me.
3080.
I know. I heard.
You heard? What? Maybe we could
think-
find out where they live and steal the 3080 and like replace it with one of our like old ones. Reading? What kind of reading? They're reading Hate You Give right now, which Baz, you actually quite like it, don't you?
Yeah.
As books go, he's quite enjoying it. I gotta say, I've heard some of it, I've read a little bit of it,
Okay.
and I was quite
I'm
impressed.
gonna head out and go play with my friends, but please continue your thought before I do that. Or else I'll be rude.
Very polite. All right, Noodle, Ironham, get out of here. I'll talk to you soon.
Are you sure?
Go.
Yeah, go fly, be free, little squirrel.
Now a
Did you
squirrel.
just say go away?
Well, that too. Go
Go
away.
away.
Go away.
No,
I said go fly, be fly. What'd I say?
Okay.
Go fly, be
Okay.
free, little squirrel. I said.
Bye.
Get you later.
So now you have forced him to be a squirrel, and if he's not a
that's it.
squirrel, then you're gonna say, "Hey, you're not a squirrel."
I made like one joke once about I said like something fret not little squirrels. Next thing you know, everybody who was watching the show was who would sort of show up and talk to me they became squirrels. So originally when I think I first started, sorry, go ahead.
I made a joke once.
Yeah, and then you got a Muffin website.
I actually wonder how you could get the website. Like, I said it, and then he's just like, interesting.
You can do it really, really fast. I mean, it is kind of amazing. There's, can anyone recommend a domain registering place? I mean, is just that it isn't crazy expensive? I mean, because it's not just also, you don't just want to register the name. You have to register the name, and you have to have some way of like hosting it as well, right?
Wait, how did you pay for it? Like, did you just hear the joke and yes, I'm paying for this now?
Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is that's kind of what I do sometimes. Like, I have a whole bunch of domains that I registered over the years, just as things came up. And one of them was I just wasn't sure what to do with Tech Bandits either, right? So I have techterrors.com, which is what we originally called. I originally called everyone the Tech Terrors because they were my Tech Terrors. But some parents were worried about having their kids called terrors. And then when I started talking about doing biotech stuff, they didn't like the idea of bioterrors because that sounds like we're all going to jail. So then I looked for techbandits.com. Couldn't get that, so I got thetechbandits.com. And then I found, oh, there's techbandits.org, so I got that. Then I thought, what about Game Bandits? So I got GameBandits.org as well. So I don't know which one I should be using. Maybe all of them. Who knows? It's probably a waste, but it's just kind of fun to have them. And there's, and you never know. I mean, you might stumble on something that's useful to people. I registered one for a show we were going to do years and years ago called Freaks.com. Phreaks, Freaks.com. And because it was all sort of hackers and stuff. And I still haven't figured out what to do with it. I thought it might be kind of fun to donate it to someone who's doing, or just to a cause of some sort. Or maybe, sell it for huge money and then use it to buy like a Tech Bandits, the Clubhouse and, Empire. What about that? You could share office space with the Muffin, the cult of the Muffins.
The cult of the Muffin.
You know what? Like, so you could have one big space, and then part of it is the Tech Bandits, and it has like the CNC machine and the 3D printers and everything. And the other side is just muffins. But no one says what it is, but everyone knows. It's the cult of muffins.
I need to go eat, but I will be back if you're still on.
Look, that's very nice. I would love to keep talking, but you know what? I have to go and make something to eat. Otherwise, it's possible my family could start turning on me and eating me instead.
Oh, well, that should not happen.
Have a
Is
great,
all I have to say.
Great dinner. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank your dad for joining us. And, thank your dad for joining us and then not embarrassing you. Because that's, normally dads get in there and it's just embarrassing, right? I mean, Baz, he's always, he never knows what I'm going to say. It's right. Oh, the muffin is real. The cake is a lie. The muffin is real. Killer muffins. I love it.
I need to somehow persuade, I'm pretty sure it was Jonathan
MLH.
into getting the muffin. I just should whisper to him, and then he's like, yes.
Send him the photos for the muffin space. Yeah. Actually, that'd be fun. Look, I'll tell you, web design is really fun. It's really, really fun. The whole process, and like you can get like a little WordPress account or something. There's so many things you can do. It's really fun to play with. I used to love doing, absolutely love doing website stuff. It's really time consuming, but it's kind of fun. Dads are embarrassing. It's in the contract. Very true. All right, everybody. I'm going to let Wolf Pup go and eat because I know as a parent what it's like trying to get your kid to show up when they're supposed to for eating. I'm not naming names or anything, Iron Ham, but just saying. And is Bag of Chips streaming? I mean, should we rate him, or do we know if Bag of Chips is streaming? Has anyone seen? Let's see. Let's see if Bag of Chips is streaming. If not, we'll do Barnacles again. It's always fun it's always fun to rate him. All right, good. Wolf Pup's gone off to have dinner. That's good. Good. See, there's someone who listens. All right, Twitch. Let's see if Bag of Chips is. What did we say it was? I am Bag of Chips. There we go. Let's see. Are they streaming? Let's see. Is that streaming? Oh, no, not yet. They're offline. And it's a bowl of chips. Well, no, it's a bag of chips. Okay, well, I'll put his link in here. So this is Bag of Chips right here. And then, hang on. So, I know, everyone wants to be rated. I am Bag of Chips. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good night. Cal says, sent you an email. There was a tiny but urgent error in yours. Oh, really? There's a tiny but urgent error? Oh, tiny urgent errors. That sounds terrible. Yes. What is it? Schnomito, as we say in Germany. Wow, that sounds neat. So at the minute, he's just peeled potatoes. That's where I'm at. Bye. David, have a nice day. Enjoy your meal. Thank you, Legrafen. P7. John P7. Woohoo! Hello, thank you, Infinity Beyond. Goodbye, everyone. Indeed. Yes. Who else we got here? Ruby K. Thank you so much for putting up with Cal. It's really, really good of you. Tweety Row, Captain Calvin Cat, Idara the Arcane, Xenos, Benoit, Paperclips, Tweety Row. Who else we got in here? Spinnerbreaker. Spinnerbreaker. Is Spinnerbreaker live? Who else is live? So if Spinnerbreaker's live, maybe we'll just... Spinnerbreaker, what are you playing? Are you doing, what What's Spinner Breaker up to? So if I go like this and I raid Spinno Breaker. Spinno Breaker. Can I do that? Why is it not doing that? Raid? Do I have to write at Spinno Breaker? Do I do that? Will that do it? Among Us on my own. There we go. What's that do? Does that do it? Oh! Did I work? Ready to raid. We're ready to raid. Woohoo! All right, everyone. Until we geek again. Cheerio and huzzah! Okay. Woohoo! All right. Huzzah, huzzah. Thank you, Jonathan. Woo, 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 woo. All right. Thank you, Jonathan. Yes, thank you, Jonathan, indeed. D-Stat, all the sponsors, all the Patreons, all of the subscribers, and now we are going to raid. Excuse me.